Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another Late Night Delight with me, Kai. It's like it says here, that's this guy. And y'all are back. Starting with Apollo Patriot, made it in first. Man, I'm running a lot of hazard pay in my job, and I have YouTube as a side job. Nice, dude. Fucking hazard pay. Well, stay safe, Apollo Patriot. I don't know what the hell you do, and I mean, like, share if you feel like it, but I'm not going to ask. But be well, man, and congrats on the payday. That's awesome. One man show. Greetings and salutations, buddy. Good to see you. Hello, man, array of hope. Shared so yesterday on yesterday's stream, we were talking about how some of the books that Man Array of Hope is reading in regards to like the Kabbalah and stuff like that. And so I said, go ahead and leave a comment on this video and I'll pin it. And that's what Man Ray of Hope did. And that's what I did. So if you go to yesterday's video, the pinned comment at the top of the comments is Man Ray of Hope here with a list of the books that he's reading in case any of that stuff, spirituality, Kabbalah, religion, I don't know what all is really included in that stuff. But go check that shit out if it interests you. Hola, mi amor. Hello, Sherry. Hola. Oh, shit. Hola, belleza. Es un placer verte aquí otra vez. There we go. Steeg, what's happening, man? My day was good. It was quite good. It wasn't great. Great would have been like fixing my internet thing. I got these things for my internet. They don't seem to be working. Actually, one sec. I just realized this thing is moving back into place. Oh, shit. Okay. What? I gotta know what happened there. I'm still live, apparently. Computer's still on. Monitors went a little wacky for a second there. But looks like it's all good. Okay. Well, that was a first. And it screwed everything up, didn't it? Damn. Yeah, it did. Sorry, I gotta put everything back into place. Okay. So, good morning, Steve. Hey, man, did you want to come? Oh, shit, I don't have a fan anymore. Damn it. Did you, if you want to come and hang out, man, you go ahead and let me know. I'll drop you a link. I'm back, but not for long. Oh, baby outlaw, it's good to see you. But you go ahead and you rest up. You get the sleep that you need. Wookie. Howdy, Wookie. Bienvenue. Welcome back, man. It's good to see you all. What you smoking on tonight? Same old stuff. I tend to buy like an ounce at a time. Like, ounce? Yeah, an ounce at a time or so. So, like, last me a month, about that. The brother Wookie is here, ladies and gentlemen. A warm salutations and a prayer for brother Wookie. Brother Wookie, do you have anything to preach to the chat today? Do you have any lessons from on high in Wookietopia? Halo. And Courtney's here. Hey, Courtney. Good to see you. Yo, I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. So you noticed the new intro, right? For anyone that wasn't here yesterday, new intro. And for anyone that was here yesterday, y'all already know. But yesterday, I'd forgotten to upload new clips. I got new clips, though. Like,
how do I reach these kids?
That one's for when One Man Show disagrees with me about crypto. Every time I'm like, cryptocurrency, and One Man Show goes, I just go,
how do I reach these kids?
Hey, one man show. Cryptocurrency is the future. One man show says. Let me see if one man show's got anything. One man show says whatever one man show says, and then I could just.
How do I reach these kids?
I also got.
It's good to be the king.
Oh shit! And Wookiee supremacy. You know what else I got?
That does not make sense. Why would a Wookiee, an 8-foot-tall Wookiee, want to live on Endor with a bunch of 2-foot-tall Ewoks? That does not make sense.
Pete chalked again like a punk. Oh, choked. But to be fair, he was once a punk, so you know. Well, it's you get tired. I get it. Let me see. Eating breakfast, but maybe later. Yeah, no problem, man. I'll just throw it out there. I like hanging out with you, so if you're feeling social, I got you covered. Choke on his show. Pete didn't just choke on his show. Not talking trash on my friend, yo. Pete didn't. Yeah, Pete doesn't choke. He's too good. Let me see. Wookiee logic. Hell yeah. You stuck with being Superman's dog. Oh, one man.
How do I reach these kids?
All right. But I've got a few more. I'm gonna save some of the other ones for later. Actually, you know what? This one should be like. This one's like 15 seconds. I need more time than that. All right, check this out. So this is a new one. You guys are gonna have a good laugh at this one. Oh wait, you. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna smoke my first bowl of the night, and I'm gonna treat you all to one of these new clips. Which side is that on? Is that over here? That's better. That looks better. All right, cool. So this one's kind of mean, but it's so funny. And this is the shit that Latinos think is funny. Like, I feel like other nationalities aren't as big a dicks as we are, in the sense of that we like playing practical jokes on children.
Mírelo. Última vez que lo va a ver. Esté pendiente. Mírelo. 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 ¿Está mirándolo? Todo. Presta atención. Presta atención.
I didn't realize the video's not sized correctly, and you can see like a stripe. Oh my god, that's fucking funny. I gotta fix that. Oh yeah, so that's I gotta get that poor little girl ran off crying. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay, where was that? Okay. Oh my god. That was so good. Ooh wee. Thank you very much. Hey Daniel, good to see you, man. Hey dude. I mean, I know you probably generally wake up early and you've been on my game show, but you haven't been on like a talk show like this, like a podcast style kind of thing. If you want to join me sometime, man, I think it'd be fun. Have some chats, hang out and shit. Just let me know. Thanks for stopping by the way. Good to see you, dude. How have you been? You're still at the with the power company, right? Oh, there's the yo yo yo. Added the yo for a touch of humor. Oh yeah, gas company. That's right. I knew it was one of them. It's no one of the utilities peoples. You know what I'm saying? It's a utilities place. All right, let me fix this real quick here. Okay, so you're gonna adjust this. Wait, I'm gonna do it. Hold on. New project. Let me see. YouTube. I'll start like this. This always works better. And then I drag this shit in here. Yeah, because it's kind of pointless if you can still see me moving around, smoking a bowl and shit. You know what I mean? And this one's like the perfect length of time. It's like 30 seconds. So yeah. I love that he throws it at her. He fucking throws it at her. Hold on, I'm gonna play that shit again. He throws the shit.
Mírelo. Última vez que lo haga este. Qué pendiente. Mírelo. 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 Está mirándolo. Todo. Presta atención. Presta atención.
Oh my god! One day I think I can make a late night session work. Great audience reaction at the Oktoberfest party. Rock and roll, man. Great audience reaction. What are you talking about? I remember I went to an Oktoberfest a couple of years ago. I remember that was fun, man. You had a good spread. All right, let me drag that shit over. Oh my god. Cool. Fixed. So let me pull up my Instagrams and get started here. Because I have been the last 2 weeks I haven't been around, but I've still been saving shit for when I'm back. So saving shit to share with you guys. Oh, shucky ducky. I was trying to troubleshoot my internet thing. Didn't work. It was like, okay, so make sure first I had it plugged into a power strip instead of like directly into the wall. And that was causing it. And I was like, oh, well, if it says first, make sure you're not doing this, I'm doing that. So I'm going to fix that. But then it didn't just automatically work. I was very disappointed by that. Show me something else that's funny. One Man Show, of course, does not find it humorous. Of course, One Man Show. That's why I was saying, man. I was like, I think us Latinos are we're assholes, bro. Like, we'll do that shit and just think it's hysterical for days. On the stairs, it's because it's pistol. That's the last laugh. Oh, okay. You want another funny one, Wook? All right. Get ready. Hold on. Wait. This one I might have enough time. I might have enough time for a little bully here, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all guess and let vote for in the chat. So I'm not gonna tell you which one's which. 1, 2, or 3. That's all I'm gonna say. 1, 2, or 3. Um,
And now for something completely different.
all right. No one voted. It was only like 5 seconds, but you know. Get a 3, a 2. Oh, shucky ducky. Quack, quack. All right. So, since 3 and 2 got a vote, I want to do number 1 because that's the only one that didn't get a vote. So, the other ones are a tie. Wait, we got 2 more. Sup, kids? Sup, fellow kids? What's good, Cosmic Fusion? Howdy, you're just in time for a new clip, and that new clip is... How was that? How was that one? I added the music. No one didn't have the music before. I know I'm voting for, but I picked number 3. I was voting that I had 3 clips that like 1, 2, 3. I was like, which one of these 3 should I play? So I just said, y'all pick. But 1 didn't get any votes, and 2 and 3 both got 1 vote. So instead of just picking arbitrarily, I picked 1. Trunk driving. Okay, hold on. So here's number 3 got the second most vote, got the most votes actually now that Courtney voted. So I'm gonna throw that one. Brown and Mild, what up, dog? Good to see you, man. Hail Panda Power. Yeah, buddy, can't stay. A little tired chasing myself around the room, playing hard to get. Panda Power. You know that on my website I have linked. You can go to lepandashop.com, but on my website I have like a panda store with panda like shirts and stuff in case you like pandas. I don't know, just throwing that out there. But yo, Brown and Mild, I think you're this is welcome to the show, dog. You're gonna like this one. So yeah, that fucking kid got me. Anyway, let's look at some shit here. Yeah. I'm gonna go back further first and then work my way forward. Oh wait, one of these is relevant. Man, I don't give a shit. It's all good. I'll scroll back. Okay, let me see. Yo. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this kind of makes me wish. This kind of makes me wish that I'd bought one of the calendars. Yeah. Goddamn, Anna. All right, so anyway, did I ever show this one off? I have no idea why Putin feels so emboldened to invade Ukraine right now. I think it was gonna keep spinning. Right? Like he was just doing all the fancy shit. uh okay, let me see. How many of these did I save? How far back do I need to go? Ooh, okay, I recognize the hottie. Okay, I need to go back a little farther. Okay, I remember I shared the black cat because y'all oogled the black cat for a hot second. I remember that. Okay, so do we see the bad driver? Did we see this shit?
Everyone's making fun of KFC now because she was going nuts, freaking out because they were just having food.
I like how this guy walks up. He's like, "Hey," and then, "Whoa, what the fuck?" He's already like, "Damn." Oh my god. Uh, this one's fucking gold, bro. Okay, now I can type. Had to finish those chicken wings. Oh, I had wings today too for dinner. Hell yeah. I know such large boobs on such small women. It's mind bending. uh. So yeah, what's the difference between Matt Murdock and Wanda Maximoff? One knows how to cope without vision. Oh my god. A wise man once told me they are not your friend unless they defended you in your absence. I hold to this shit. If someone's talking shit on your friend, you better stand up and say something. Um but yeah, I think I already shown those before. That's right. Okay, so I think let me see. Here's the baby losing his shit. Trudeau, a duck, mega hottie.
Let's have a happy accident and see what we can make out of it. I'm just going to grab this and lift it upward. Let's just lift upward and balloon this out. Just lift it upward. I'll get all the scrape marks out.
Sauce on those wings.
Just blend all together. The accidents.
That shit cracked me up. It's like I didn't know what they were gonna do. I thought they were just gonna do that. He paints over, and it's one of his paintings. It's like just the like the mountains and the forest and shit. But no, how they went full Trump. Oh, that's great. Hold on. Let me see. What did I want to share with you guys? Some wrestling shit. What was this? The fuck was this? Why did I save this random clip of The Rock in a cage match with Mankind and Ken Shamrock? Okay. All right, this shit was dope.
Hell basket. Don't scare me like that, bitch! Hell basket. Don't scare me like that, bitch! Don't! Hell basket.
That timing was nuts, dude. That was so perfect. To slap that shit on her face. Okay, all right. Let me see. I think I'm gonna take a mental note at this adorable panda one because I don't think I've shared this panda one When pandas feel threatened, red pandas stand up and extend their claws to look bigger and more dangerous. It's so cute. There's nothing dangerous about that. Oh, hold on. I was going to leave off there, but this shit. Joe McFoley. Fuck yeah. McFoley kicks ass. I started following McFoley. So why did it take me so long to follow McFoley? Like McFoley and Bruce Boxleiter. Wanda Maximoff is a porn name, I think. Waximoff. Oh, gotcha. Wanda Waximoff. Nicely played. So 43 million in cash found in an empty Nigerian apartment. Poor guy probably spent the last decade trying to share it, but no one ever replied to his email. Pardon.
La gasolina ha aumentado un 34% en los primeros meses de este 2021. El precio promedio de la gasolina ha aumentado un 34% en los primeros meses de este 2021.
Camera guys in Latin TV, dude.
El precio promedio
like Latin TV is just full of that shit. If you watch, I mean, Telemundo not as much, but some of the other ones, like it's just like booty shots. They're like, yeah, booty shot. Everyone's in bikinis, guys and girls. Everyone's in bikinis. Like, it's all just Oogle Fest, 2020, 2022. Cameron knew what his job was. You keep the audience from clicking away from the channel. You go, man, I don't want to hear more shit about gas prices. Whoa, this one's a little different. I'll watch another story about gas prices if it's like this. That is so stupid cute. Yeah, right? The baby pandas. Hey, Rita. Good to see ya. Loving you all from Iowa. Hey, I want all the loving here. Man, Rita, hope. No court, that guy has so much brain damage he can't even remember where he parks his car. Straight ass. That was some booty. Man of culture. I don't know why I don't just leave it playing.
Ha aumentado un 34% en los primeros meses de este 2021. El precio promedio
the
de la
gas went up
gasolina ha aumentado un 34%
34%
en los primeros meses de este
in the first
2021.
months
El precio
of
promedio
2021.
de la gasolina ha aumentado un 34% en los primeros meses.
So that's when that was from. It's natural. You can't get implants like that. You never get implants like that. It's not possible. But yeah, there's a bunch of shit. I'm going to save some of it for later. But what's this one?
Hey, excuse me. You're actually really beautiful. I was wondering if you wanted to be my Valentine.
Oh. Okay, this was from... Yo, let me know if I'm treading old ground here, because I don't remember where I left off. I don't remember where I left off with these Instagram clips. Someone who was around their wives in the living room got spanked. He's like, gas. It's just a story about gasoline. It's pinche gasolina. You know why. Oh man, yo, so I'm doing this, but I haven't been posting. I'm a little bit behind. I've been doing March of Robots, but I'm a little bit behind. I think I'm on day 4, but it's the 8th of the month, so I'm behind on everything right now. Stupid move was bullshit. Yo. Check this shit out. Oh, fuck. Wait. Try again. Look at this. I don't remember what he does with this. Just watch this happen. Oh, this is all chocolate. This is all chocolate. You can eat this whole motherfucker. Can eat all this. I hope the paint is edible. It better be. Because I'm going to eat it. Homeboy made the sword in the stone. Fuck this guy. That's so much chocolate. You forgot to draw Zuckerberg, the AI. Another reason not to get married. But see, the thing is, if you find yourself a wife, because like, you know, Latin culture, a lot more conservative, but like here in, you know, in America land, you can find yourself a wife that's like, ooh, honey, look at that booty. And you're like, I know, right? And then you two start fooling around because you're turned on by that girl's booty. That's a happy marriage. In Mexico, a little less likely. But, you know, out here, pretty normal. Diesel went up $1 today here in our area of Iowa. $1. $1 on one go, not just like 10 cents here, 20 cents there. By the end of the week, it's $1. It's just like, no, we went from 3 to 4 or from 4 to 5 or some shit. Damn. That's insane. Cookies. That's it. I'm just grabbing cookies. All right. All right. I'll come back to the rest of these later. This is a tomato thing. Oops. So check it. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to definitely start up in Odyssey. What was the other one I was looking at? It's not the one. Nope. Rumble? Is that it? Whoa. Yeah. It's Odyssey and Rumble. Is anyone on those two? Is anyone on either of those two? Because I'm thinking of figuring out how to stream on those, get it going with StreamYard or whatever, and then start like multi-streaming. You know, why not? All that yummy diabetes. You know what? When you have diabetes, one of the things. Let me see if I can get a little lower because no. So one of the things about diabetes is that like you lose. Oh shit! No way. Lame. So you lose feeling in your toes. Like a lot of people find out that they have diabetes because they'll like smack their toe and like fucking hard, won't realize it. They won't feel it. They'll just be going about their day till someone's like, hey, you know, it looks like your foot is bleeding. Like, what? Oh shit, my sock's all soaked in blood. Yeah, that's why I said. Then they take off their sock, they've got like a bone sticking through their toe, and they didn't know. And that's when they find out they have diabetes. So every time, because you know how people say like, you gotta appreciate what you have and shit like that. Well, you know what? When I stub my fucking toe, that's what I do. I appreciate that pain because I can now diagnose myself as not having diabetes. So I'll smash my toe fucking hard and go, oh, fucking shit. Oh, thank you. I don't have diabetes, son of a bitch. Oh, no diabetes for me. I'm still good. Just go about my day like happy that I now know I can eat more cookies. Where did my cookies go? Because I don't have diabetes. Because I felt that shit. And that throbbing pain. Yeah, it's just more cookies I can put away. True story here. In an MMA fight, the ring girl goes by. I try to avert my eyes. And my wife is all, she got a nice ass, don't she? See? Happy marriages. Possible here in the United States. Latin culture, conservative, US born, more bi curious. Mm-hmm. Yeah, accurate. Man, I'm so bummed. Like, I've got a hole in my sock. But they're nice socks. They're my Pickle Rick socks. Take this shit off. Look. I'll show you. Show you my sock. Check it. Check it. It's Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick. He's got the ribs and shit. So it's like I have Pickle Rick on my feet. They're fucking awesome. Why is the color off? Fix yourself. Anyway, but I have a hole in the bottom, and you can't patch a hole in socks like that. You know? You can't, like, sew that shit up. You're just fucked. Let me see. The US are finding out what a far left government feels like. If only there had been history books around to warn them. I know, man. I know, but like, if only there were, you know, but they're not. Because I don't know where we keep all the books, but we don't keep them by the TVs. He's got the notification that you're live. Oh shit, just now? Just now? Conspiracy. Clearly, YouTube is conspiring against me. They're not ready for all this Latin loving, my friend. It's a little too much for the YouTube. I'm on Odyssey. Oh yeah, how do you like it? Because I'm not on either one as a user or as a streamer. Like, so what do you think about it? It would be a tragedy if only they could read. I get peripheral neuropathy, but no beatus. Good. No beatus for you. My fingertips too. No feeling or textures. Oh, peripheral neuropathy. That's what you mean. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, that's different. You have other stuff going on. If I ever had that, I mean, like, if you have that to where you can't feel your fingers or your toes, you're like, whack. That should have really hurt. Go to the doctor. Something is fucked up. Go to the doctor. Like, earlier on Jedi Bill stream, on Insomniac Soup, they were talking about, like, strep throat and getting strep throat. And I was like, strep throat sucked. Like, it's hard to swallow shit. And I remember when I had strep throat, I was like, I just thought I was sick and my throat was fucked up. And I was like, and my friends were like, you gonna go to the doctors? And I was like, no, I'll be fine. It's just like, I'm just sick. It's fine. It'll pass. And then, like, I reached in the back of my throat and I touched the back of my throat. I pulled out my finger. There was blood on it. And I was like, oh. Never mind. I think I need to go to the doctor. This is not good. This shit doesn't happen when you're sick. You don't get fucking blood on your finger when you're sick. Sorry, I dropped something here. The cookies are fine, though. I know that's what everyone was worried about. Lay off the Damn. Mannery, you take care of yourself. You probably shouldn't eat as many cookies as I do. Good. Good luck. Keep it up. I remember I got motivated to lose weight when I was doing martial arts, but I wasn't like taking it seriously, so to speak. Like I didn't respect like that my body needed to be in the condition to do it, you know? And so we're sparring and got hit in the ribs, and the injury I got, I like dislocated a rib or whatever. But essentially, that could have happened from me being too fat, just opening the door wrong, and like twisting wrong. And when I realized that like, wait, so I got an injury that fat asses get? Yup. I said, fuck that. That's when my whole perception of myself and my body and my fitness all kind of started to line up now. And okay. So I lost a lot of weight. And one of the things was like eating, little meals throughout the day to keep your metabolism moving faster, regular exercise, etc. Moving around a lot. Nice. Keep it up. Good shit. Of course you do. Cookies are amazing. I'm pretty sure you can make a cookie that works with your, people with all different kinds of conditions and dietary restrictions have figured out how to make cookies. So I'm sure there's a way. I have peripheral neuropathy in my feet because of frostbite. Oh, well, frostbite. See, but Austin, nice. Way to go, baby outlaw. Got a hole in your favorite socks? Wear a thinner sock underneath. It's not a bad idea. It's actually not a problem. Like, because they're show socks, as long as the top part looks good, it's fine, Like, as long as it doesn't bother me, it's not a problem. If it's a problem, then that sucks. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for the tip. But like, essentially, if the top part's the cool part, that's the part that everyone sees. Nylons under your socks. What I could do is I could get. Ooh. Okay. What do y'all think about this? I could get, like the Dr. Scholl's, like the foot inlet things. I could get that. And I could glue it to the bottom of the sock. And then, like, that becomes the sock. So the sock has like a Dr. Scholl's foot inlet, and then I could put even on top of that, like the rubber sole, like the bottom part of a shoe. I could put that on the bottom and turn them into like slipper socks. I could turn them into Pickle Rick slipper socks. What do you go? Yeah, Pickle Rick slipper socks. He saved his nylons for his face. Like as a user stream on it. All right. Yeah, it sucks not having fingertip feeling, but as being a musician, now you can get my typos. Oh, that makes sense. Don't drop the weed. I got that up here. Just tormenting me with the cookie. Rad bastards. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby Allah. I for Keti 5 days a week. Keto, I'm guessing. Keto 5 days a week and stop drinking. It helps. Yeah, it does help. Like not drink or like even switching what you're if you're I still want to drink. Like drink wine instead of beer, or yeah, wine is lower calories and good for you. It has antioxidants. Uh Also, like I stopped drinking soda. I stopped eating French fries. I yeah, that like just that right there does so much of the work for you. It's great. I was nothing but sugar. I'm off for anti-drinking crusade. Slow it down there. Yeah, kind of the ribs once had to. He was trying to grab the last strawberry from the bowl. Alternative universe Kaias, 300 pounds, 3 chins, dual mohawk, and doesn't consume cookies. Oh man, that's terrible. I sound like a monster. Doesn't consume cookies. Not even doesn't consume cookies. Alternative universe Kai doesn't even like cookies. Ugh, cookies. Cookies are gross. Cookies are for kids. They're just sugar. Wait, but why would I be super fat and not like sugar and cookies? Oh well. Anyway, dog biscuits are cookies without sugar. Look at the ingredients sometime. Really? A hole in your favorite sock is like a torn condom. Keep getting recommended Dairy Queen shorts on YouTube and I'm dying. Keep getting recommended Dairy Queen shorts? What do you mean Dairy Queen shorts? Happy to say I cut out soda a year ago. Nice. Good for you, baby outlaw. Why are you punishing yourself by not eating fries and drinking beer? Well, as long as you can get drunk, like you can drink wine, Um, but that was years ago when I was doing that. These days I'm just not drinking generally, unless it's like a weekend or a special occasion. Or I'm just in the mood. I'm just like I feel like kicking back a couple beers and doing some shit. All right, but otherwise, or if I go out with my friend to eat, grab a beer, etc. Um, and I'm eating fries again because my diet permits it. Like I was 230 pounds, and I got injured. I got a fat ass's injury doing martial arts. I was like, no, I want to be a ninja. That means like I want to be a fucking gladiator. So I need to focus and get in that mind. So I got really disciplined, and I didn't miss it. Like I didn't miss French fries. There's alternatives, Like if you go to Wendy's, you can get a baked potato. You can get apple bites and shit. There's other options. Also, I was learning to cook at the time, so I was actually eating better. It was like I was like my buddy and I were cooking most nights, and we're making like restaurant level food, like really good restaurant food, as opposed to like eating junk. So it wasn't like we were really missing out on anything. In an alternative universe, you skip all other ingredients and go straight for raw sugar. I'm just like, hold on, let me get a drink of my sugar. And then that's what you would see instead of water, sugar. It's just, okay, hold on. No. Alternative universe Kai, I've got like the Bane face mask and like the pumps and shit, like in the animated series. And then like when I need sugar, I just like push a button and you see it like pump through the stuff, go into my mask, and I'm all... Kai claims he doesn't like cookies. He's only fat because it's water weight. This is all water weight. I'll make my own soda. That way I know what's in it. Do you really? That's cool. Bacon sugar. Ooh, bacon. Direct sugar to the veins. Disgusting. This moment brought to you by Back Scratchers. All right. So I feel like toking another one real quick. So this one I know is short. I know this one's short. So let's let me see here. Do I need to push you back a little bit? Yeah, I do. I thought so. There we go. Well, that was a letdown. Let me check chat here real quick. His whole empire is made of sugar. I've been binging Always Sunny. Easily one of my favorite shows. Dude, yeah. One of my favorites now. Oh, you hadn't seen it before, huh? Dude, fuck yeah. Easily one of my favorites. Good shit, Brown and Mild. Bro, that show is one of the best shows ever. It's fucking hysterical. And their inside jokes just get better and better. They have the best inside jokes out of any fucking show ever. Dork with the back scratcher. And how much 20 pounds of carbon dioxide costs? I like my celery with peanut butter. Hell yeah. I used to snack on that shit when I was a kid. I used to that was how my parents got me to snack healthy. They'd be like, can I have some cookies? No, we got celery with peanut butter. Oh, okay. Yeah. Clever fuckers. Should last me about 6 years though. Nice. What's up, Eric K? My man. Good to see you, dude. Back scratchers are the best. Thank you, baby outlaw. See, you know what's up. All right, y'all. It's time. Fuck yeah, dude. I love when Danny DeVito comes into it. But all right, so this is a quick one. Y'all ready for this shit?
The booths around the area because they have a full weekend, then a day, and then the 4th of July. Here's an actual customer out here. What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Okay, so I didn't have enough time to exhale. Like President Clinton. Wait, he exhaled, right? He's like, oh, exhaled. I tried that show, didn't care for it, dropped it after 2 episodes. After 2 episodes. You know what, one man show? Would you be opposed to, let's say, if I was to shoot you some specific episodes to watch, give those a try, maybe between 2 and 5, and see how you feel about it. Because then, season 1, it was a good show, but they're still kind of finding their footing. It still had very much the feel, because they started off doing shorts. They would just do little shorts and put them online. And so it still had that feel of a small crew just doing their thing. But as they got, they got used to doing a show and a feel for the format and everything, it definitely it actually got better. It was good. I thought it was good to begin with, but then it got better. And then Danny DeVito took it up a notch too. He was a regular. Oh, cool. Oh, badass. That's nice. I've heard good things. It's funny. You hear about celebrities, and generally it's either like you hear good or bad or some mix. And like with with Danny DeVito, you just hear good things. It's great. I started watching Avatar: Last Airbender season 2. Oh shit! Have you not watched that show before? Oh my god, so good. Enjoy, enjoy, do it. Back scratchers are the best when you're hitting the missionary. That was funny, dude. Sounds in my head. Y'all ready for this? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, do you need a different song in your head? I got you. I got you. Hold on. I love that he hears ooh. That's great. Lewinsky was Clinton's chief of staff. Oh yeah, he ran his staff better than anyone, right? I heard the name Eric K. Season 2, the crack episode. Oh, that was season 2. Oh my god, yes, the crack episode was fucking great. Oh wow, that was season 2. That's right. I love that one of their recent seasons, they essentially redid season 1 or 2. I think they redid season 2, but like modern, like they did it like they would do it now, you know? So like some things also were straight reversions, like that episode where Frank loses his memory for the last however many years, and so he thinks it's 2005, and so then they like everything kind of revolves around that. So they replay the whole introduction of Frank, and the same shit happens. uh he and Rita Perlman were cool as hell, and they're boys. Nice. Is Rita Perlman his wife? Talking about cookies, I'm gonna come up with an oatmeal broccoli raisin cookie. Ew, ew, no. Why like oatmeal isn't chocolate, broccoli isn't chocolate, and raisin isn't chocolate? If you like, let's say chocolate fudge, fudge chocolate M&M cookie. Now you're talking my language. See, strong die like. I know what I like. I've tried the cherry picking technique and still have yet to experience a reversal of my initial opinion. Mm-hmm. It's not a no. I made merengue cookies. Made merengue cookies the other day. You put chocolate chips in them. Oh, nice, bruh. Can you make some chocolate merengue cookies? Merengue cookies are good. That's some good shit. They're undervalued. Things always better when you're on. I don't usually see Eric K actually on streams. You're always in the chat. Always in the chat, Eric K. Always modding. Frank falling off the fire escape had me rolling. His little cut. Sunday and Monday off, pretty much on being online. Oh, you took the days off of being online? Nice. Good. Yeah, we need that sometimes. Grocery delay by getting a pantry filled before prices go up more. Yeah, good point. I think that's what I'm gonna do this weekend is like try to get a bunch of food and stuff. Oh wait. Mm-hmm. Not as much anymore, though. You get on sometimes. Like you stream on your channel or on other people's. No, if you ever want to hop on, man, I'll send you an invite. Just let me know. Be fun. You're someone I don't usually hang out with or see on streams. So yeah, that'd be cool, man. Let me know. But as for one man show and It's Always Sunny.
How do I reach these kids?
Our cats have the Voomies tonight. Not good. What the fuck are the Voomies? That sounds like something you tell kids something is called because the real name is fucked up. Oh, he's just got the Voomies. What do the Voomies? It means they're very sick. It means they're very sick. They've got the Voomies. Oh no. It means Mama's got a hangover and she shit herself again. No, she shit herself again. Not much of a cookie person, but a good concha with coffee hits the spot. I grew up on I like conchas. I like the chocolate conchas. I grew up on pan dulce, but like and those panes así de una panadería. My family our business is located my family has a business located like next to a panadería, and we both kind of started up at the same time. And so we would always get food from there. And in the mornings, I mean, we started a little bit before them, so when they showed up, we were very happy. It actually started off, they were just going around selling bread. They're just going around to all the offices selling bread. And since usually um my mom was there like all day, all night, she was hungry. And so esta señora con el pan, she would show up and sell bread, and they would chat and stuff. And then they expanded on the property and they got a shop there. And so then we had a panaderia next to us. So we always had pan and food and stuff, breakfast. And for me, when I had to go to work with them on a fucking Saturday morning, sucked. But when I had to do that, now they would let me go watch cartoons over there in the back because they had a TV. So I would just go sit in the back quietly, just like watching my cartoons, eating pan, eating pan dulce. Good times. But I'm generally not much of a coffee drinker, but I would definitely grub on some an concha with coffee though nowadays, like just because that's what it's made for. When I make eggs Benedict, I have leftover egg whites. I make the merengue cookies to use them up. The hollandaise sauce takes egg yolks. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Zoomies, fucking autocorrect. What the fuck are zoomies, bro? You say that like it's still not something you would tell a kid. What are zoomies? Come on with you sometime for sure. Cool, man. Yeah, sounds good. I know it's a little late for you, but like whenever you want, just let me know. Be like, hey, I'm feeling social. Let's hang out. Or hey, you're talking about aliens? You know? Whatever it is. Chocolate concha is definitely the top flavor. Better than the vanilla. Tamales from the back of an older lady's van. Hit. They're Mexican though, so they make Mexican tamales, I think. Or no. Son chapines también? I think they're also Guatemalan. I'm not sure. But they didn't really make tamales. Like, my grandma's tamales are the shit though. Cat A chases cat B. It's when they zoom around. Oh, the cats? Oh, when the cats are just zoom. Okay, got you. Cats go crazy and zoom around. Oh, is that a thing? Is that a thing that people is? Does everyone know that term, the zoomies? That is new to me. Hey, reindeers are better than people. Fucking Daniel. That's funny, dude. Yo, Daniel, if you're still here, you're probably not. Do you watch One Piece? There's a reindeer in One Piece. Live in Dallas. Oh, I guess that Star Wars girl is live in Dallas. I saw her on You Are Here today. But yeah, let me see.
Book of Boba Fett was not
Check
good,
it.
but it wasn't woke. Book of Boba Fett sucked. It was terrible. It was terrible writing.
But yeah, so Anna's live in her hotel room, just talking about shit. Got 208 people watching. That's nuts.
That's like an auditorium room.
And Jedi Bill's still going. Let me see how Jedi Bill's doing. Oh, Tim's Talk is on there now. Sci-Fi Nation. Rock and roll. And Poe. It's a busy night tonight. Oop. Yeah, check it. This is one of my wallpapers. That shit's badass. I didn't draw it, so I'm not like popping my own collar or nothing. But it's dope. It is a thing. Okay, well, sorry, I didn't know about it. Wake the fuck up, Kai. Where the cats are all over the place, chase each other. I've only ever lived with a single cat. Like, one cat can't chase itself around. Mexican, Guatemalan, and Salvadorian banana leaf tamales are top tier. That's right. So for anyone out there, that was something I mentioned to Lorena when I said about tamales. She's like, "Oh, I don't really like the corn, like husks." But was it the corn? We use corn or banana? We use banana leaves, right? Fuck, I don't know, man. Yeah, tamales, bananas are top tier. With the wet tamales too, because like Mexican tamales are all little and they're dry, but like Guatemalan tamales are big and fat, and they're moist, and you got meat, big chunk of meat on the inside. So good. Mongo is being very sedate tonight. He camped out on the corner of the bed, dozing by the electric heater. Aw, that's cute. My cat grabbed my acid one time and had the zoomies all night. Oh, that sucks. Your poor cat. And there are 5 there that do that. There are 5 here that do that. Oh my god. I love being able to use ingredients not usable from one recipe into another recipe. Just made hollandaise sauce 2 days ago. Beef, pork, chicken, or chili tamales? Honestly, I've never tried chile tamales because my family, como son chapinas, they don't really like spice. I'm the one that likes spice because I grew up here in California with Mexicans. So, but yeah, I think usually they do beef or pork. I think it's usually beef or pork that that my family makes. I kind of want to learn how to make them. Like I gotta be there for the process one day. It should get passed down. It's my aunts and uncle. My aunts, I think, all had trouble learning from my grandma because they'd be like, "¿Cuánto le pongo?" Al cálculo. Which is to anyone that's not a Spanish speaker, they'd be like, "How much do I put?" Just eyeball it. Like that's what she would say. Eyeball it. Oh fuck, are you supposed to learn? She wouldn't go like about this much. Like, okay, well, let's put that into a container and measure it. Okay, no. She's al cálculo. She's just kind of like, psh, psh, psh. And like, how are you supposed to pass that shit on? Let me see. I saw she took some pictures with Venti. Anna is a good person. No, they. What are you talking about? They straight up had dinner. Like, Venti, Anna, Chrissy Mayer, a couple other girls, all got together and like had dinner, and they were streaming on Venti's channel and hanging out and shit. Chicken tamales with green serrano salsa. I don't eat swine, homeboy. Oh, you don't eat pork? All right. Well, beef ain't swine. She does not like the corn husks. And Minty has had a hard life. She has? She's happy someone deserves to be. I don't know anything about her life. I saw her on Nina's stream one day. I think it was the first time that she had her on. I saw her somewhere, and I was like, "Oh my god, she's cute," and she was funny, and I liked what she had to say. So I went to her channel and watched some of her stuff. I followed her for a little bit, and I guess she's engaged. So probably she is this. She's probably happy. So, good for her. Hopefully, if she's not happy, that's a problem. If you're engaged and you're depressed, something else is wrong. But yeah, she's really, really cool. I'm glad that she got introduced to like the community, to our corner of the internet, I should say. You do not eat the corn husks. That is why. Yeah, you're not supposed to eat any of that shit. It is just the wrapping. She cooks with love and feel. And she's been doing it her whole life. That's how I cook. Just eyeball it. Well, yeah, but like, that's an intuitive knowledge, though. Once you've been doing it a while, you get that intuitive knowledge. Like, I made my own cupcake recipe. And I mean, I didn't make my own cupcake. I got a cupcake recipe and I changed it and then I made it my own. And as I got to know the recipe, I'd look at, like, I'd be, mixing stuff and I'd mash up the bananas and I'd put everything, I'd look at it and be like, oh, I need more banana, or like, no, this is enough. I don't need that third banana, or like, you get to know about what's right. And so it allows you to adjust for what you have on hand. But that's, that's still from doing it for a while. Unless you're baking. I usually bake. But they still need to know at least like a good amount. Like how much? Like a handful? Like a spoonful? Like, do I just drip a little bit? And she wouldn't even give it. Did she just say, calculo? Like, that doesn't help. Give me a baseline, Grandma. I guess for them it'd be Mom. You don't have to learn technically how to make tamales. Tie down traditional paisana, not born here, preferably non-English speaker. Yeah, true. But bro, like, they get married young out there, man. I'd have to find a paisana that's like smart. Okay, I'd have to find one that's like, I don't know, not married with kids already or something. Like at a decent age, 20 something, like 25-ish. Bruh, that's gonna be tough. I'll be back. I'm gonna go say hi to someone. Alrighty. Carol's Cookies, how is it going, Carol's Cookies? Please, someone hit me with a train. I just can't over at Bill's anymore. Oh, what happened over at Bill's? What's going on? What's going on? Let me see what's shaking. Are they being cray? Yeah, what's bugging you over there, Carol? Or should I call you Miss Cookies? I'll switch. Oh, tagging out. Who's annoying you over there? I'm curious. I'm peacing out. Can't anymore. They're all drunk and talking over themselves. Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't need to tag out, Courtney, if you don't want to be like, let people just be where they want to be, you know? Like, you don't need to like swap. Why? Just let them do their thing. I learned by watching, not by asking. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, one man show. That was their intent in the beginning because they were like, hey, you're getting old. Like, it's getting real hard for you to make these and stuff, but like, you don't want to teach us. So, like, can we just watch you make them? And she said, yeah, sure. Okay, fine. They're like, okay, cool. So they're like, all right, so on this day we're gonna come over. She says, they're like, when are you gonna make the tamales? I'm gonna make them on this day. Okay, so we'll come over on that day and watch you make them. They come over on that day. She already had the masa made. She already made the important part. And then she was like, and they're like, no, damn it, no. That was the part we wanted to watch you. What the fuck? Instead, she just like got them to come over to help her like put them together. But she didn't like she was so resistant to like teaching. My grandma's an interesting, but she's got her quirks. She's a quirky gal. uh Let me see. I left. I'm in backstage when I'm done. I just leave. What up, Poe? See Poe's over there in the chat. I'm telling him to come hang out over here. All right, I'm gonna close it down. Let me see. Sure, these Latin countries, they go through their hoe phase early. Can't even find a 21 plus without kids unless she's university or had strict parents. It ain't even just that. It ain't even necessarily going through the hoe phase early or nothing like that. It is kind of that. It's kind of that. But also generally in these, in our cultures and stuff, like people aren't expected to go off and do things. It's like, okay, so like you're out, like you're graduated from high school. Are you gonna start a family? Are you gonna work? Are you gonna start a family? Or original idea, you could work, or both. I don't know. That's kind of the mindset. They're like, why are you wasting your time learning this thing, that doesn't bring in money, that's not going to bring you stability. You're getting old, no one's going to want you. Like, this is how they think. And so like, it's even here where I grew up, coming out of high school, a lot of those kids, they're like, well, I'm out of high school, I guess I start working and then I get married and have kids. Like, that's just the path. And so anyone that like is not on that, you'd essentially have to find someone who can make tamales, who can make really good tamales, and is on her own trajectory. That's tough, bro. It's tough. And kept it safe during her hope phase. It's not bad if they have kids, as long as the lady in question is willing to make you some in return. Yeah, true. I do want my own kids. They get rude and ignorant, and I'm not about putting up with that shit from them. Oh, I got you. I'll be the dad that stepped up after I'm 35 and I'm done with my bachelor life? Probably not. I'll most likely date down 10 years. Bro, I'm 35 right now. And what's the rule, dog? What's the rule? Half your age plus 7. So at least for a relationship, right? Is that for hooking up and relationships, or is it just for dating and serious relationships? But half your age plus 7 for me puts it at 25. So like if I'm looking to take someone serious, like they got to be 25 or older. Right now at 35, it's 24. But in a few months, that'll be too young. And I'm still not settling. I'm still not looking to settle, you know? I'm looking for the right one. Fuck all this bullshit, divorce and shit. Yeah, and I tried to get Poe some time to speak, but they wouldn't shut up for 8 seconds. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna send Poe a link here. See if he wants to come hang out. Boop. Poe. Mm-mm. Cool. I don't think I've ever had Poe on. I don't think we've ever hung out here. So I'm gonna find my pony boy. Done bitching. Caught me what? Gotta crash. Peace out, Wookie. You have a good one. And you know what? In honor of you, what was the thing over here?
That does not make sense. Why would a Wookiee, an 8-foot tall Wookiee, want to live on Endor with a bunch of 2-foot tall Ewoks? That does not make sense.
It does not make sense. I noticed a few of these I cut a little poorly. I'm gonna have to fix them. Let me see. Greetings. Make tamales and on her own trajectory. Say it for the homies in the back. I mean, like, if she'd be willing to learn how to make tamales from my grandma, then okay, but I better meet this chick soon. Good morning, Tina. So nice to see you. Rita. Messing around 2025 unless she's way more mature. Serious shit, 25 plus. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, like for funsies, because like for funsies, you don't even need much. Like you just need the looks and the energy. And if you've got that, then have fun. But like you're not there for deep talks, you know? But yeah, and what's funny is generally when I was that age, I wasn't messing with no girls that age. I was dating 40-something-year-old women. So yeah, those cougars, they like themselves, the young ones. Is it so bad to want to work and have a family at 25? It's a perfect age. That said, I do enjoy a good MILF. Well, what I'm saying is, what Brown and Mild and I are saying is that usually Latin girls in our countries of origin or of our countries of ancestry, for those of us that are born here, they before 25 they're already married with kids. They're like they get out of school or drop out at 16, 18, and then what, like if 16, 17, 18, and then they're done, and then like they date around for a few years, they find a guy, they get married, they start a business, they live their lives, whatever. But like that's why we're saying it's like hard to find a chick, because like Brown and Mild said, unless she went to university or had a strict dad. Because if you have a really strict dad, you get to 20 years old and she's like, hey, so I'm thinking of moving out on my own. No, ¿por qué? No, why you move out on your own? You know how much money you're gonna spend? You have food here, you have why you gonna move out on your own? I want to be free. I'm 25 and talking to 20-year-old. Interests are far off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I hear you. But like, what's it called? The thing is, usually, even when I was like, even in my 20s and stuff, if a girl said some dumb shit, I'd be like, I'm out. I would just peace out. But where is Stunt Brat? Where is Stunt Brat? I have not seen her. But yeah. Because that shit is a turn off for me. That shit is a mad turn off. Guess I'm gonna use them. Let me see. So, all right, let me pull up one of these articles here. What you guys want to talk about? I got options. Damn, I got a lot of tabs open. And I was closing these off too. Oh yeah, that's right. Courtney said the Rumble, right? You have a Rumble? Or no, you have an Odyssey. That's pretty good. Does anyone else use a Rumble or Odyssey? And let me know how you like them. But all right, so here's some of the articles I could pull up. Did Poe diss you? I don't know. I don't know if you even seen the message. I closed Twitter already. I was going to keep my girls in the highest tower until they were 30. These dumb broads are definitely a boner kill. Yeah. The thing is, because if you accidentally get someone pregnant, now you're stuck with their dumbass. So there's definitely, you got to have some standards there. What's it called? Let me see. Whoops, wrong button. Next time I start dating again, I am going to resue it like a lich trying chief godhood. What? Got work early. Have a good night. All right, Brian Mild. You take care of yourself, man. Sleep tight, brother. Let me see. Let me see. Poe. Yeah, Poe's not even there anymore. Yeah, Poe's not even in Jedi Bill stream anymore. I don't know if I'll check Twitter, but let me see. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. All right, cool. Nah, Poe didn't diss me. Poe's good. He knows he can come hang out if he wants to. It's up to him. I meant peruse. I meant peruse. Next time I start dating again, I'm going to peruse it like a lich trying to chew out it. Okay, got you. Yeah, I'm definitely picky. Like you know, you got to be careful. Odyssey has been improving big time. Okay, let me see. Odyssey has been improving big time. The streaming is starting to work great, and they do not have the censorship. Nice. Okay, good. Good. Courtney was told him in the chat at Bill's. But they put me back on the panel without telling me, so and now I closed StreamYards. I don't know what is going on there. Hey, Poe, what's happening, man? The prince is here. What's happening, baby? Yo, you are welcome to come hang out with me on the show, man. If you want to. I don't think I've had you on my channel, but I don't think we've hung out like this. So yeah, feel free, brother. I didn't tell them you were here. It's all good. If they're subscribed, they have the little thingy. But I'm sure if they're drinking and just like going nuts, then they're not paying attention to that shit. So it doesn't matter. I think Jedi Bill knows I do the show. So it's late and I'm dyslexic. I cut a fat man. I'm pretty. All right, got you. Oh, Cookie. Oh, you're talking to Carol's Cookies. Okay. Yeah, Poe's here. Yup. Yo, Carol's Cookies was talking shit. She's like, oh, Poe dissed you. We don't need to see no Poe up in the house. You're a bitch, guy. No Poe. And then you shut up and they all stopped talking. They stopped. Because Poe's in the house. Oh yeah, so what happened with I see now you're Poe on here instead of iPo. You're still iPo on the Twitter though. They aren't my mom. Yeah. If you tell them everyone's gonna start coming over here and just let them do their thing. I didn't recognize some of the people on there, but I want another cookie. It's cookie time. Sensually, I pull back the covers, and beneath, I dive into the sweet, divine flavor of a chocolate chip cookie. The nectar of the gods. Chocolate chips. I'm just signing off. You got my white girl thug accent down and everything. Oh, you're taking off? Like right now from here? Oh, lame. But bye. Good night, Courtney. You'll be missed. It's always cookie time. All right. So check it out. Overworked employee costs $40 million. I already read that one yesterday. So self-awareness. I got a lot of psychology videos. I got some cool tech stuff too. What do you guys want? Technology, psychology, art, video games, and fun stuff like finance. What are y'all in the mood for? Let's go with a little history, I think. Start things off. No. This is cool. Okay. Check this shit out. I need to get my cup in here. That's what my cup was for. Now I remember. Where's this clip over here?
Yeah, this gentleman.
There it is.
The sun. Thank you.
Hey, Poe. Welcome.
Got it, Bubba.
There we go. That fits your
How you doing?
your format a little better. What's
Thank you.
good? How you doing, man?
Just hanging out here, man. Just jumping in people's streams and seeing how everybody's doing, especially the chat.
Oh, cool. You're in your car?
Yeah, I'm in Mississippi, man. I don't have good service here in my car in
Are
the
you
woods.
traveling right now?
No, I'm not driving.
Oh, okay. What are you doing? What the fuck? You're in the woods? Explain.
Yeah, I'm in Mississippi, Bubba.
Oh, okay. This is where you live. You're like, no, this is just where I live. It just
Everybody tell me, is it better? You tell me, is it better?
I think so, actually.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm good, dog. I'm good.
I'll hold a flashlight up to my. How about that?
It's like the lighting's decent, actually. Actually, that right there is solid. The front light. Yeah, get that handsome face on the screen for the ladies.
Oh man, you're more handsome than I, dude.
Well, that's a matter of opinion. You guys different people, and they'll hold us in different, you know.
I stream on my gay app called Growler, right? And a lot of men say, "Oh, you're so handsome." I'm like, don't call me handsome. Thank my parents. My parents made me. So my dad nutted in my mom and made me. So.
Well, they gave you some good raw materials, but then you took care of that shit and made it what it is today. Because some people, they're born with a good start, and then you see them 5 years later, they look fucked up. You're like, what happened to you? Oh man, I got drugs. Got a dollar. Oh man, this isn't a good combination. Both of us have shit ass internet.
Yes. Wait till I get back to Atlanta and I can do this better at my other house over there in Atlanta. I'm at my parents' house right now, so.
Oh, so are you traveling right now, or did you move?
No, I moved back in
Oh,
the hospital for about
okay.
a year.
Oh, you moved back?
Please help back home. I moved back home. I'm a contractor now. I used to work IT for Home Depot. I left there and came back here to help my mom. So.
Oh, okay. So you guys don't have do you have it like regular internet? Like, or is it just the phone signal?
Or the phone right now. I'm in my car in the woods. My internet is faster here. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so you straight up live in the woods now.
Bruh, I'm in Mississippi. I'm Egypt, Mississippi. That's why they call me POE, Prince of Egypt. POE, Prince of Egypt. Poe.
All right, that's cool. I didn't know that. What happened to the IPO? It used to be IPO. Now it's just Poe.
It's IPO on Twitter. IPO04, I think.
On Twitter, yeah.
Twitter. Oh, I like that name.
It doesn't pay it the respect of calling it its real name.
I understand.
It's full of twats. But
how's everything been going,
man,
Bob?
Pretty good. I had to move, so I actually moved in with my mom. I'm hoping to be here just a few months and then move back out. I was kind of counting on some clients coming through earlier in the year, which would have coincided nicely with my move, but like my one client, he had a relative die in the middle of January.
Okay.
So he was just incommunicado. And so Yeah, that's he's such a kind soul though. He's like he's got a big heart, this guy. And so once we did start talking again, he's like, I'm feeling good about it now though. It did hit me, but she's in a better place, and he's a Christian, turns out. So he was that's where I got to see some of that, more of that from him. Um but he's a sweet guy, and he got funding for two of his projects. Not the one I was originally contracted for. Two other projects though. He got funding for those, so I've got work coming from those. But like one of those things, he was especially motivated to make because it could have saved her life, but like no one would listen to him, and so like he like essentially it's a product. Like he has a jank way of doing it. Like you could just do this, but like now with this device, it's something that you can plug in and it'll just take care of a person. You don't need to do like the maintenance that you would do the manual way. I'm trying to be obscure on purpose. Um, but so I'm really excited to work on some of these things. It's there's a client, he's got his own timeline and shit. And so I'm on my own. I'm trying to partner up with people. I'm trying to make like a team that can help me do all the things that I need to do to grow and to make money and stuff. So
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I say as long as you keep a positive mindset and treat everybody with respect, the people that you're working with, and everything should go forward. If they actually have the true, they actually feel the same way that you do with going forward. So remember, there's people that don't mean the same thing that you do. But as long as you can separate yourself from people that want the best for you and don't want the best for you, you can go forward, because you're actually you're a nice individual that I met online. Seriously.
Thanks, man. That's actually a good thing to think about is like how much do other people give a shit about you? It's not just about working with people that are good to work with. Like I had um screens turned black. I don't know if you can hear me right now.
Hey,
but yo, that's a legit thing. Just so you know, this thing that you have going on over here might cost you that opportunity. I said, that's fine. I'm good with it, because anyone that's gonna want to break things off with me because of that, I don't want to work with them. And sure enough, they were like, I don't know why, but they were like, we're going in a different direction. I said, all right, do you? And because that's, it's best to avoid people that are going to stab you in the back, But thanks, man. That's good. That's good advice.
I'm gonna say this. Necessarily, I really don't think they want to stab you in the back. They just don't know how to come to you in your face and tell the truth. They're afraid of being themselves. When you're up in front and honest with people, sometimes people don't know how to be the same way. And I learned that. I'm 35 years old, Bubba. And
we're the same age, dog. When's your birthday?
1986, Bubba.
No, what month and day?
July. I'm a Leo. I'm a lion, bro. We rule the nation. Oh,
May 1st, baby. May 1st, I kick off the summer blockbuster season. Yeah, by a couple months, it looks like, or by a month. Would you say July, June?
Respect, July. I'm a Leo.
July. Yeah, Leos. I've dated a lot of Leos. Their birthdays are in August, so you're late July.
I know how we are, but I'm trying to work on it. But just know that try to distinguish who's actually trying to help you and who's not trying to help you. Actually try to distinguish your friends from not friends. And sometimes it takes a season to know yourself, and a season to know who's actually there for you and who's not there for you. With me, I always know that family is here for me, but new people that I meet at the workplace, no matter what job career or I start, they might not be there for me, but family will always be there. That's just my personal experience, but you have to find that out for yourself. And there actually are good people out there in the world, so don't forget them. So that's what I'm trying to share with you, and on a friendly type of perspective.
Well, thanks for the kind. You're so nice. Saying I'm like one of the nicer people you meet. You sound kind of like Justin, actually, always telling me that kind of shit. What's up,
Really?
Justin?
Justin say that?
What? Because Justin's always. I'm sorry. What?
Justin says that.
Justin said he's like, oh, this is one of the nicest guys I've met, and he plays me up a little too much. I'm not one of the nicest. That can't be right.
You are.
But when I ended up on This Week in Bullshit for the first time because I just messaged him randomly. I was on Polly's like uh, Latino slant all the time. He's like, hey, I'm taking a few weeks off. So I was like, there's this show on Thursday that Culture always goes to after the gaming lounge. Like, maybe I can go hang out there. And so I just randomly messaged Justin, having never talked to him before. And I guess I was very polite. I think Justin, I don't know. I guess it was polite, and Justin was like, "Yeah, sure, come on." And then met him and hung out with him in Culture and Lorena and stuff. And I've been on Twibs most weeks since then. But yeah, I really do appreciate that, man, because you're a sweet guy. That what's it called? I can tell you kind of like your own space. You don't fuck with people that don't have the right vibe, the right energy, the right like mindset. You don't waste your time, which is good. You and I really love that's something I really respect because most people they want to be liked by everyone, and then so like if you're afraid to like go, nah, I'm out, then you're gonna end up muddling your life with a lot of people that are gonna drag you down. So
I understand.
I really respect that, man.
All right, Bubba.
I love how
I just
Poe
want.
has better internet connection on his phone in a car than Kai does on his own home. Fuck you, Justin.
Am I glitching? Am I glitching everybody, or is it him or me? Because I see it too. I don't know.
I think it's both. Honestly, at any given moment, it's either one of us.
Y'all, I'm in the woods in Mississippi.
I'm looking at my stream right now. You're clearer than I am. I'm blurry as fuck.
Really?
I'm looking at the YouTube right now, and I'm blurry and glitchy, and you're clear.
I don't know what's my phone. I just spent $1,200 on an iPhone Pro 13. $1,200, motherfucker. It better be clear, but it still depends on service in the woods. So the phone don't matter, but it's just a service.
Yeah, right. That's the thing. So you're fucking certain than mine with on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, mine's really bad. It looks like
it's okay.
Poe's so clear and occasionally will glitch for a millisecond, but at least he has an excuse. Because the only one that I've seen is glitchy. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, so it's definitely me.
I can't be here for too long. I'm only using a flashlight. Look, this is a flashlight for my light. Without this flashlight, I look like this. With it, I look like this. I'm in the woods. I'm being honest with everybody here. I never hide nothing from none of y'all. Because y'all are amazing people. You follow Kai, you follow LDG, you follow Chris Knight, Robert Storms, all the great people. I mean, Jedi Bill. It's so many more people. And I've known Kai through all of them. I just wanted to give him that piece of knowledge. So I gotta leave.
Oh, you gotta bounce right now?
You know I don't stay long. You know I jump in and jump out.
All right, man.
All right, Bubba. Hey, make sure you get give
Well, yeah,
Mad Martin.
Justin's vouching, man. Well,
he's a good guy too.
give Mad Mardigan what? Sorry, it glitched out.
Shout out.
A shout out. Oh hell yeah! I've had Mad Mardigan on this show. It's fun.
Really?
Yeah, I love hanging out with Mad Mardigan. Actually,
I missed it. If you had him on your show,
yeah,
you're glitching.
It was.
I can't hear you.
Even my first week, like the first or second show that I did, huh?
You're glitching. I couldn't hear you at first, but you said you had.
No, sorry. I was saying that the first or second show that I did, Mad. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's like there's a huge delay. So Mads, he was up late working on shit, and he saw that I was going like 3 hours in and didn't have any panelists, and he was like, "Oh shit, I better go like beyond with Kai." And so he came and joined me, and later I was like, "No, man, I'm expecting to go solo for like as long as I go."
Man,
and because he was like thinking that I just didn't have anyone that I could get on the show with me. So it was really sweet of him.
No, but, it was sweet. Fucking love that. That's what's up. That's
yeah, it was funny.
In the community. You're amazing. I think you're amazing, dude. So, and you're fucking handsome. So,
thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. You're a good looking dude too. It's at least you're coming in clear. But
I am.
It's cutting out too much for me, bro. I don't know what you're saying, but I know you're saying bye. So but take care of yourself, man. Thanks for hopping on. I'm sorry I have such a shit ass connection.
All right, Bubba.
Take care, brother.
Peace.
I wish I had a clip to play him out. Ooh, I know. All right. Let me see if I missed anything here in the stuff, because I was mostly paying attention to Poe. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're never too old. People give up too early. Start over, please. Pardon me. Poe, behind you. Can't spoil us with the Poe-ness, Gotta keep us wanting more. I know, right? It's just little bits. Poe, he's like vanilla in vanilla extract when you're baking. Like, you only put a couple drops in, or else it just overpowers the whole thing. Poe, this is what I said about Kai. He is the human embodiment of a spirit guide. Family will always be there. Truth, but I'm blessed. Oh, thanks, Justin. That's a new thing you've got with the spirit guide stuff. Go out to your car and stream. I can't. I'm not monetized. I need 1,000 subscribers before I can stream from my phone. So share the stream, hit the like button, tell people where to go. Do all those things. Pope, apparently. You're a man that lives off the land. That's great. Yeah, he is a big heart. Poe's a great dude. Like one of the people that came in low key as like a favorite, like some random dude that turns out to be awesome. Hey, who's this guy? I don't know. He's a friend of Mad Mardigan's. Not off to a great start. Yeah, of course I'm playing. Unless Mad Mardigan's here, then I'm totally serious. Is that a Yeti? Where art thou, Yeti? Poe, as an old lady, just starting things, I do know You have every opportunity at your age to do something with your life and make you successful. Don't wait for 20 years. Do it now. That's actually why I wrote my book, because I was like, I don't want to wait 20 something years, find out I could have been doing this shit the whole time. Fuck that. Boot to the face. Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen Poe in real. I know, right? It's been a minute. Glad I see, but I guess it makes sense now because he had to move and stuff, and he's out in the woods now. So deprive life be depriving us of Poe. See, my other sock doesn't have a hole in it. Guys, he's doing well and has better internet connection on his phone than everyone's desktop combined. He's called a person of color vanilla. Cancel Kai. I don't think Poe. I honestly don't think Poe's particularly vanilla. It doesn't come across that way. Telling people, okay, I'll tell people about you, but you need to check out a friend's comic book. I have a couple comic books that I haven't read that I had to put away because of the move. It's Fatal Jays and Jeff Hicks, but I don't know where they're at. They're in with my books, so I don't know, man. They're somewheres, but I haven't got to read them yet. They came in at the end of the year, and then it's been moving since then, literally and figuratively. Anyway, I'm gonna read the article I was gonna read before Poe showed up because I didn't know Poe was gonna show up. Check this shit out. Genius builds computer inside Minecraft that can run its own games. Anybody up for an extremely slow game of Snake? Big Chungus 2. A Minecraft player has successfully built an 8-bit processor inside the video game in an impressive and meta demo as spotted by PC World. The master crafter, who goes by the handle Sammy Yuri, built the processor, debugged Chungus 2 computation humongous unconventional number and graphics unit over a span of 7 long months. It took 7 months to build an 8-bit processor in Minecraft. The resulting virtual processor, assuming that each block is a meter in length and height, would be as tall as a 20-story building if built in real life. Thanks to its 1 hertz clock speed at 256 bytes of RAM, the processor is capable of running simple games like Snake or Tetris on a 32 by 32 screen. To manipulate the buttons, the Minecraft avatar has to jump on a block-sized button as seen in a video uploaded to YouTube. Okay, let's watch this shit. That's fucking awesome. Oh, yeah. Okay, did you want to join me for that? Look up John Dillard on Indiegogo, the Buckler, if you're feeling up to checking out his campaign, or don't. Either way, I was going to say. Yeah, I'm not really... I'm trying to set myself up to move out, so any extra expenses I make right now are going to be towards the goal of moving out. I'm not spending anything on anything extra right now. But damn. So these are all stats and shit. Instruction set designed for ease of programming. What? So each section. So here he's outlining each section of his of the circuit and what it does. That's nuts, dude. Holy shit. How the fuck? That's insane. 256 bytes of RAM. So this is where all the RAM is at? Can load RAM to external drive? What? Hold on. Can load to RAM from an external drive? What? 64-bit cache controller. What the hell, dude? That's nuts. Swap stop for 10 clock cycles. Conditional branching within a page automatically takes when page swaps are required. Counter accelerate allows recursion up to 31 deep. Does not waste space in RAM. PLA decoder for more commonly used control lines. Hold on. That was important. Placement in the middle of the CPU means lower latency. Oh, wow. So he even considered where he's placing everything as he's building it. Control lines spanning every corner of the CPU. That's insane. Okay. Chungus supports up to 4 kilobits of attachable program memory. That's as much as the Atari 2600. So essentially, he's able to run very large programs, more complex than what would be expected from of a Minecraft CPU. That's insane. The assembler generates a schematic that can be pasted directly into the program memory, allowing you to assemble. Hold on. In order to create such programs, a full external assembler, the assembler generates a schematic that can be pasted directly into the program memory. Is this the schematic allowing you to assemble and run programs in seconds? Does it create an assembler for like that, like in Minecraft? Dude. He's playing Tetris on this shit. Score display broke due to a bug, but it has been fixed. So there was a bug in his program. Huh. Dude, that's awesome. And this is definitely accelerated. It has to go so slow because you have to like move to navigate. The only thing that changed was the program itself. How much more is possible? That's some crazy shit, dude. Let me see. Is Minecraft? What the fuck? Is Poe homeless? No, Poe is not homeless. Poe's living with his parents right now to help them out with stuff, and they live in the woods. So he goes out to his car, probably because he gets better signal and doesn't make any noise that bothers anyone. I have the greatest house, but you can stay with us. You're so sweet, Rita. And Poe is the kind of person that, I mean, like, dude, fuck yeah, I'd have Poe as a house guest. He'd be so polite. You don't have to pay for nothing. His book isn't out yet. Oh, got you. Well, but it's a campaign, so his artwork is wicked, though. Nice. This dude built on Minecraft? Yeah, right? What kind of mods did he use, and where can I get some? I'm surprised he didn't start with Pong. Send me that link. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, because I was distracted by this motherfucker on Minecraft. See, like, I don't know. Calling him a genius is a bit much. I think people just don't understand the way things work. But See, if he was 12, okay, yes, he is a genius. If he's an adult that understands how all this shit works, he's just the guy that knows how this shit works. That had the fucking patience to build it on Minecraft. But yeah, so it's an extremely impressive demonstration of what's possible inside Minecraft, but 1 hertz isn't exactly blazing fast either. I should probably have made this clear in the video, but all programs shown were sped up by a factor of between 100 and a few thousand times in order to make them actually playable, watchable in real time. Samuri wrote in a comment on their video, while 1 hertz is definitely fast for Minecraft processors, nowhere near as fast as a video may make it out to be. Despite having launched well over a decade ago, Minecraft has proven itself to have incredible staying power, especially during last year's lockdowns. More and more people, children, teens, and adults alike are spending time on one of the game's many servers, and they're getting more creative than ever. Let me see.
Boy, that is bad. Somebody ought to check this thing's prostate.
Oh, hey, Justin.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
I saw you come on camera for a hot second.
How? That video was supposed to be private.
I mean, here while you were backstage.
No, no. This is a hands-free stream. You know, no funny business going on.
It's good to be the king.
Is that Mel Brooks?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did he direct this movie?
Of course.
What a scumbag. He wrote this whole script in order to kiss that woman's breast.
Haven't you seen History of the World Part 1?
His what?
Haven't you seen History of the World Part 1?
No.
No? Really? Bruh.
Your mind is blown. It's just like, no? Really? It was like almost in slow motion. Like, no. No, I haven't. You know, you have to remember.
All right.
You have to remember I was born in the mid-90s.
We're gonna go watch that right now.
No,
we're gonna go watch that right now, Justin. Stay
We're not
in the
watching
stream.
the whole thing.
We're watching it right now. Good night, everybody.
Second star to the right. And straight on till morning.
Set a course.
I'm not.
Is that fucking Peter Pan? But I really want to show you that video if you're down for it. And why are we doing no vertical cam crap? No, I don't like this. I don't like this phone thing.
Sorry.
No.
Oh, that's weird. I thought you didn't like this.
I don't.
What? Sorry, you're a little glitchy. All I heard was vertical. I like this.
I don't like this, Kai. Wide screen.
I like this, Kai. Okay.
God. I hate you. I'm a little glitchy.
It's so delayed. All right. I need to get some water before we watch that video.
Oh no,
So
it's a good one. It's a good one, and the guy describes it pretty well. And I don't think it'll get claimed because we're reacting to it. And if he does, I'm gonna flip a shit and unsubscribe from this bastard if he decides to claim it.
It's okay.
But I really do think. Huh?
It's okay. We'll just what's it called? We'll EFAP it. So I'll play a clip that should last about 30 seconds. It might be enough time. You might just come back to my chair. But I'll be back in 1 sec, all right?
Okay.
How do I reach these kids?
That was pretty good.
Hey. I made it. I guess I'll put you at the helm then. You there, Justin?
Hey, no, I'm here. Give me like 2 seconds.
AFK.
Play another cartoon clip. I don't know if you want to.
Clip? That wasn't a cartoon. That was a real boy.
No, I know.
It's just a trailer for his comic book with a glimpse of his artwork. That's all. No, okay, I got you. God bless that Stone Age Gigachu. What's it called? Let me see. Look up John Dillard. Indiegogo just gave John De La Rose the boot. I should slam or did I get his name right? I fucked it up, didn't I? Again. De La Rose? Whatever. Indiegogo.
I don't think it was John Delarose, but it was somebody who you remember Google Hangouts? Wait,
I wasn't here back during those days.
Oh, well, you could literally join the link. Like, imagine StreamYards, except you just came on immediately. And
oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, somebody from Comicsgate or whatever had done this stream that was controversial, I guess, at the time. And I decided to come in as Proper Jeremy, I guess, which is what I was known as at the time. And I decided to just, because somebody foolishly left the Google Hangouts link in the chat. I clicked on it and I went on immediately. And I was in a chat with Lethal Lightning and another guy, DJD. I just, there was something messed up that the guy said. It wasn't John De La Rose. It was somebody else. But I just said, Proper Jeremy doesn't think this is very proper review. Goodbye. And then I just left before he could kick me. So I just trolled the guy. I just came in. And I said, this is improper and goodbye. And that was it. And then everyone loved it for some reason. It was just so weird. But I was just like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what he's trying to say. But people don't like it. And I thought the last comment that he said was messed up or something. So I don't know. It was a weird time. Different times in 2018 or early 2019. You know what I mean? Strange times.
Yeah, right?
3 years ago.
It was different back then. But which one of these is it supposed to be?
You got to re-add the one that I have.
You don't see John Dillard on any of them.
No. I
don't
mean,
see John
I
Dillard on
don't
any of them
remember
here.
who it was because I don't think it was John
John
Rose
Dillard.
or whatever.
No.
I don't think it was
I
his.
know, but this is right now. Look up. This is what I'm doing right now, Justin.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Look up John Dillard on Indiegogo. Oh, The Buckler.
Oh.
The Buckler. What the fuck? Kai
He has
Hoffman.
like 6 Indiegogos at once.
There's a motherfucker named Kai over here.
What does this have to do with
Song
you?
of rock and roll's greatest women back to life. No shit.
Oh, let's see it. Oh, wow.
It's music. I don't want to risk playing music.
Okay, never mind then. That's Marilyn Monroe, I guess.
No,
Joan
it's
Jett.
a 50s gal. It's just a girl done up to look
Marilyn
like that.
Monroe.
Wannabe. Hold on.
I don't know.
John Dillard. The Buckler.
Okay.
Shotgun Samurai. I don't see The Buckler. It's not here. It doesn't
Canadian
exist.
Shield.
It's
What
a
the fuck?
lie. Oh,
There's a lot of weird ones here.
The Buckler. Okay. Taking its sweet time. The art is good. Old over the hill superhero. Bait and tackle. Oh, titties. Hello. Dark comedy that follows a man's fall from grace and glorious rise to infamy. The Buckler. I love the cover. I mean, the logo. All right. Cover painting and
Oh, that
everything.
looks kind of
What
cool.
the fuck?
That picture.
It's a
Cover
big jump.
painting and everything. Oh,
Yeah, this
wow.
is this. But it's the actual painting. It looks like.
I don't know. I mean, are you going to be featured on the cover?
Nope.
That'd be worth 2K.
That'd be cool.
By the way, after this,
Story you may
I
not
don't
want
have.
to hear. Too close to home.
Okay, let's just do the thing then.
No. Go ahead.
Go for it, buddy.
No, you wanted to watch that.
A story about a man who made the ultimate
At
mistake
least in the chat.
and a world that refused to give him a second chance. The story about the bastards that wanted him gone and the love that he couldn't even contact. A story about the lengths a man will go to get back to the home he was forced to abandon. I want to tell you this story because you need to hear it. Because there's always a way back. But if you think it's going to be easy, you're wrong. And if you think you're ready for this story, you're not. Coming back is going to take everything that you don't want to give. Behind a trail of blood and bone. This is
And he's frozen.
What was that?
No, you were frozen. Like
I'm frozen?
you were. Like no joke. By the way, when we play this,
That's funny.
it's a good thing I'm sharing this. But do you have headphones? Okay, the echo
Yeah.
is very
Oh, the echo is probably because I was sharing it. So let's see. If there's an
Okay.
echo, y'all, let me know.
okay.
All right, later.
Well, this is from a guy named there's a
that's badass.
sponsorship and yeah, okay. Well, this is gonna be fun, and when we get to the sponsor, we'll just skip ahead. But yeah, This is what we were talking about last night. The most absurd science fiction story ever. It's amazing. Shout out to Austin McConnell, who also made really good Harry Potter videos about the cursed child. That's what made his channel take off. He's hilarious, and I want to share it with you guys.
Justin means
What?
Justin means this is historically, like, in terms of history, this is the greatest sci-fi. It's because this is before Space Crime Domino dropped. So before Space Crime Domino, this was the greatest sci-fi story ever. But so we're just reminiscing right now.
Indeed, but you were unfamiliar with this story, so I'm very curious as to you as a writer, what you think about the story. And this is basically as close as a condensive take on it with some humor that you're gonna get, and I think you really enjoy it. So without further ado,
all right, wait, hold on. Let's do a little palate cleanser before we do this.
And now for something completely different.
All right, take it away, toys.
All right.
Sci-fi. It's one of the most popular genres of our day and age. Each year, moviegoers fill up theaters to watch stories about epic space battles, distant planets, spooky aliens, and futuristic technology.
Indeed.
Science fiction rules the cinematic landscape. But when did it start? Wind the clock way back, before pulp magazines, before Jules Verne, before H.G. Wells, that weird black and white French movie, all the way.
I've actually seen that movie. And it's messed up. It's really weird. Do you remember that? Have you ever seen it?
Which one?
There was a French movie where like these little people go to the moon or something, and the moon lands on this guy's like ugly
before
face.
Jules Verne, before H.G. Wells, and before that weird
I haven't
black.
seen it.
Yeah. You see that? Yeah, it was creepy. It's very creepy. Don't watch it. It is unrealistic, and no one's wearing spacesuits. People didn't know that you couldn't breathe in space when movies started being made. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Okay. We'll carry on.
White French movie all the way to ancient Greece in the 2nd century, and you'll find a writer by the name of Lucian of Samosata,
because like
a wildly popular
What'd you say?
Can you pause this real quick?
Yeah.
I said, can you pause this real quick? Because
it's paused.
This guy apparently doesn't know about. I know. I said apparently this guy doesn't know about the Indian writings. Like Indian folklore technically has sci-fi elements to it. Not folklore, Indian like their spiritual texts and stuff.
But
essentially have a lot of sci-fi elements to them, with like flying ships and stuff. This is before then.
Okay.
I think it's old text. Either way,
but we're talking about
baby.
About something that is not just sci-fi elements, but this is the oldest take on story. what would be essentially the like a modern sci-fi of like that has the most modern elements to it.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Okay.
Satirist who delighted audiences with over-the-top stories chock full of exaggerated
Feel free
humor,
to, like,
which he
fast
used to
forward through Fluff,
ridicule
by the way.
various superstitions.
To what? You want me to fast forward a little bit?
Feel free to like fast forward through Fluff, by the way. Through Fluff.
Or you just want to get to the
like,
story.
So the ancient Greeks used to build a lot of statues. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. We know that already. You know?
Okay, I can fast forward.
For a loop, because back in
No, I'm
those
saying, like-
days, travelogue.
Huh?
Yeah, see, like this stuff is all let's get to the meat. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Pyramid 7. Welcome, Pyramid 7. Good to see you.
Isn't
Flying Vimanas? Oh yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Flying Vimanas. That's the what I'm talking about in the Indian the Nagaman.
Oh,
The
you have a
Nagamadi.
lot of smart Carol's cookies in the chat. Actually, that's Pyramid 7, but I couldn't. I couldn't pass up the pun.
Oh, Pyramid 7 is another Carol's Cookies account?
No,
Okay.
no, I just noticed Carol's cookies.
Sorry,
were
go
sitting
on.
Here. No, that's fine.
Awesome preface.
Oh, she's
Lucian
been
then
here.
begins the account of his
Oh, okay.
made-up journey, wanting to explore the world.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I missed something important. Hold on.
Of fiction, which would have thrown the readership for a loop.
Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. I wasn't saying to when to fast forward. Just you've seen it already, so I'm leaving it to your judgment. Is it still paused? Hey, Justin.
For fuck's sake, my internet went out.
Hey, Justin, you there?
No, I'm here. I'm here. I am
Okay,
so
also,
mad
is
because
it-
my internet went out, and out of the two of us, I thought yours would. Ugh, it's annoying. no, but skipping the fluff on this that I just realized, you're gonna miss some important context. So, you know,
Okay,
when you're
don't-
talking
then
about
the
like
important
the
stuff in the
debate and
fluff-
travel log, you know, that's kind of important because back then in ancient Greece, I'll summarize it.
Okay,
there
okay.
were always these
Well, go ahead and play
tales
his
that
bit if you
were
want.
what?
I said go ahead and play his bit if you want. But sorry for trying to. I'll let you drive. You know, I'll let you drive. I'll stop backstreet driving.
No. That seems so weird. It's your stream. You know, you can do what you want. It's I'm not in control.
But you're behind the wheel.
I shouldn't be, but I do want to make something clear though, that there were two different kind of stories, I guess, back then. Like a debate, which is like two people fighting in two sides and it got boring or whatever. And then a travelogue is something like, oh, I had these amazing stories and look at me and the amazing stories of these giant snakes in the sky that I had to fight with nothing but a cookie or something. And I managed to defeat them by killing them with this cookie that was made of magic or something. And it cast spells to turn them into flies that suffocated. I don't know, like something ridiculous like that. Like people would make up stories and make it up to be true. And so this guy just said a true story because it was making fun of all of these different authors who would, you know, would claim to be non-fictional, but really it was just a bunch of bullshit and it was just fictional, but no one even had a word for fiction, as I said last time. So this is a whole parody.
Yeah.
Character travels to outer space and meets fantastic sermonizing deities. A travelogue and debate rolled together. So, what's the story? Page 1 begins with Lucian prefacing that the entire book is a work of fiction, which would have thrown the readership for a loop because back in those days, travelogues claimed to be fact. Lucian then muses about the sad state of the genre. He calls out writers like Theseus and Homer, and he complains about some of his contemporaries who he believed had ruined the publishing business by fabricating larger-than-life stories that they then sell to a stupid readership. He refuses to mention any such authors by name, but assures his readers that after they get further into his story, it'll become clear who he takes issue with. Then he rather laughably admits that despite his frustrations about their tactics, it's not like he can do any better. Nothing noteworthy has ever really happened to him either, so if you can't beat him, might as well join him. If he has to lie to sell books, at least he can be more noble than his competitors by openly admitting it. Lucian then writes, I confidently pronounce that truthfully I lie.
What do you think about that quote?
I like it.
Oh, you weren't paying attention.
Truthfully, I lie. I pronounce it truthfully, I lie. It's funny because like I'm being honest here. I'm lying. Like truthfully, I lie. It's owning it. It's not. He's not claiming that it's.
I'm also trying to
He's
not
lying
get
that
you
it's
claimed.
true. He's true thinking that it's a lie.
Okay. I'm also trying to not get you claimed, but at this point, I don't think we have anything to worry about. Unless Austin claims it, so I don't know. Let's just go with it.
Truthfully, I lie. I write of matters which I neither saw nor suffered, nor heard by reports from people I made up. Let no man, therefore, in any case, believe any of these words. This is an awesome preface. Lucian then begins an account of his made-up journey. Wanting to explore the world, he gathers a crew of 50 men into a large wooden ship, and they set out from the Pillars of Hercules, or as we know it today, the Strait of Gibraltar. Finding a fair wind, they head for the Western Ocean.
What's that? What's that?
But never mind. He's into telling the story now, so never mind. Good. Let it roll.
Okay, you are on a delay, so just whenever you want to pause, let me know. Yeah, apparently huge delay.
All right.
The ship is stocked full of provisions for a long journey, and they've hired an expert pilot to guide them to the end of the earth. They travel for a day and a night, and the next morning sail into a huge and terrifying tempest. With no way to push through, they ride the storm out for 79 days. On day 80, the storm clears and they spot a nearby island to land on. 30 men stay behind to guard the ship, and a party of 20 men venture out to look for supplies and find a slab of bronze on the island that indicates Hercules and Dionysus had been there, along with a pair of massive footprints as proof. The scouting party pays their respects to the gods and then continue ahead to find a river full of wine. The fish they catch and eat from it make the men drunk, and determined to find the source of the river, Lucian and his crew head upstream to find a number of large grapevines full of clusters. Except, follow me here, the trees are all in the shape of women. Luckily, the tree ladies speak Greek and invite the men to kiss them. Two of the voyagers, sick with lust, embrace the trees and begin kissing them passionately, but the pair are snared by the branches and transformed into trees as well. Lucian's party then hightails it out of there, hops back onto the ship, and sets out, leaving the doomed men behind. By noon, the island is out of sight.
What did you think of that plot twist?
It's funny, like freaking Stephen Walton came to mind.
So what? The
funny,
trees? Oh, like he would be one of this. Is that how he became a tree?
Lusting after trees.
That's a good one. I figured you'd pick up on that.
He's a Wiccan. Maybe that's why he didn't get treeified like that.
I really don't understand how Stephen Walton became a tree. I don't get it.
I don't think he became a tree. I think he's a tree, a lover of trees is the gag.
Oh, he's a hippie. Okay. All right. Let's continue on.
And the ship is caught up in a great whirlwind. The entire vessel is pulled out of the water and thrust into outer space, and the men raise the sails and catch a fair wind. They thought space had wind back then. Give them a break. For 7 days, they sail through space, and on day 8, they arrive at the moon.
break.
Turns out the moon is full of cities, and Lucian's ship is stopped by a group of hippogipines, or as some modern translations put it, vulture dragoons, men who ride on the backs of massive birds. They function as a sort of moon police force, and they arrest Lucian's party and bring them before King Endymion. Endymion turns out to be a human, and luckily speaks Greek. He's overjoyed to have guests of his own kind,
Bro, you know
and
what?
promises to
Pause
care
real
for
quick.
them.
This real quick. This, you know what's funny? This shit reminds me of One Piece. In
How?
One Piece, the second big arc of the second big arc of the series, they go to the land of Skypiea, and Skypiea is a land in the clouds, and the ocean out there. There's like a cloud ocean, and there's cloud land, and like it's the whole cloud like place, and there's two ways up, and they didn't know about the second way up, which is I guess the way most people come. So they went the dangerous way, which is they rode a tornado up to it. And so they put some wings on their boat, and then they went into a tornado. Oh, not a tornado, but it was like an updraft of water. And so they rode that draft of water up to Skypiea, and then they sailed around in the sky and had their adventure there. And there was like a flying security guard and all this other shit, like very much in line with this story. It's crazy, dude. There was a king there, and he was a dick. But yeah, play on. But that's just interesting how many parallels there are there.
Well, that also shows that the writers of One Piece really take a lot of early inspiration with in unexpected places, and I guess those kind of shows will really solidify, I guess, the talent of the writers, and not just it's not like a retelling of the tales or anything, but it's more or less, having the influence of writers, and having references and respect to previous work that you wouldn't even know about. And that's because we're 2,000 years, I mean, nearly 2,000 years separated from, second century ancient Greece to now. No one will even realize that. And the fact that they do the research and they see these kind of stories, I'm like, oh, let's do this with that. And, the people who watch it and get that reference, then, hey, that's, I guess it just adds another layer. I don't know.
Well, I mean, possibly, but that's, we
It
don't
shows the
necessarily know
talent
that
of the
he's even
writers.
aware of this. We don't necessarily know that he was even aware of this beforehand,
True.
Like I've had ideas that then I see that someone goes, oh, like in this thing. I said, what are you talking about? They're like, in the thing, they do that.
Okay.
Like,
Maybe I'm giving the writers
I
more
don't know what
credit
that
than
is.
they deserve.
Seriously?
I don't know.
And then
But
they show me this thing that apparently everyone knows about.
Except for you.
Oh yeah, manta ray. Manta ray.
Well,
Yeah,
it
hell
just
yeah,
shows,
man. I gotta try
it just shows that some people are just kind of on that level of if you had ever met these people, you could vibe with them. It's like that sort of deja vu, maybe. I don't know. Let's continue, if that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
manta
assuming
ray of
that's a
hope.
yes.
I gotta have like a One Piece. I gotta have a One Piece stream sometime where we just like geek out about One Piece and see who else we can get on for a little panel. That'd be dope. I'm gonna write down your name real quick so I remember. All right, go ahead, Justin.
Okay.
during their stay. Turns out the Moon Kingdom is in the middle of a war with the Sun Kingdom. Endymion had planned to colonize the planet Venus, but the rival King Phaeton sent his own soldiers, Ant Dragoons, ahead to Venus first, and now the two kingdoms are locked in a fierce conflict over who gets to keep the planet. Endymion asks Lucian if he and his men want to join this war effort, and finding nothing else better to do, they agree. They're each supplied with armor and a giant vulture to fly. The next day, 100,000 moon soldiers team up with almost 1 million other galactic allies to face off against the army of the sun in an epic space battle. Infantry includes grass plumes, large birds.
Yeah.
So in high school, this thing right here where he's talking about this huge epic space battle, and they joined this huge army and shit. In high school, I was in science class one time, sophomore year, and I was sitting at the same table with a couple of freshmen, but they were cool guys. One guy was on the freshman football team. The other guy was just some Vato dude. But like the Vato guy, the Mexican guy, I'm sitting here one day fucking with him and just pissing him off and like just pushing his buttons, and he's like getting mad, and I was like pretty much challenging him and his friends, calling them bitches. And I was like, bro, like, if you got all your friends together and I got all my friends together and we just had a rumble, like, y'all would be smoked. You'd be just dirt. And you'd be a pile of mud. Like, I was just talking shit. And he's like, oh yeah, dog? Oh yeah? How many people you think you get together? Come on, let's go. Let's go. How many people you think you can get? I was like, how many people? Me? Like, short notice? For what, like Saturday? I sat there and I thought about it, and I counted like on my fingers. I said like 200, and he fucking dies.
I mean, that is definitely locker room talk.
He's like, okay, I can get 300. I said, oh, 300? Okay, I get another 100. That's fine. We'll go 300 versus 300 at the park. He's like, all right.
Yeah, 300 versus 300, like 300, the movie. It's just like, this is Sparta, but that didn't come out at the time.
Sparta.
So
that was some Spartan ass shit. Cause I said that was some Spartan ass shit because this is before 300, the movie.
I'm glad shit talking like wasn't taken so personally, because when I was in school, I would have been like, "Oh shit!"
Whoa,
this
he
is
thought
like
I was serious.
It was like,
and I was being a dick.
Oh
He
yeah,
thought I was
and I'm
serious.
pretty and
so
I've
he
been
was
a
mad.
dick to my friends too.
He was actually
and,
mad.
Yeah. It's just shit. It's just shit talking, and that's fun, and that's a lost art. Especially when because now people will draw the line to certain things. Just like, okay, you bring race into it, okay, cool. But back then, when you were growing up in the early 2000s, it's just like, that still existed. But and it still existed when I was around. But I was kind of like, I was taking it too literally.
There.
What's that?
Talking shit. It's that, like, if we were talking shit and it got real, we would have met up at the park with all our friends and gotten in a fight
with all 300 people at the baseball field. Like, this is our sandlot.
It's just like, no, your boy was talking shit and we're here to back him up, and then you're here to back up your boy, and that's it. Like, it would have been a fight.
Yeah, but you really would have brought 300 friends.
No, of course not. I couldn't get 300. I was being a dick.
That's why that's what people get wrong. The absurdity of it. The absurdity makes it funny. Like, oh yeah, I got 3,000 homies on the west side. West side of what? Doesn't matter. It's the west side. It's a West Side Story, motherfucker. I don't know.
Yeah, because he was mad right up until you say something so ridiculous that someone goes, "Oh, this whole thing has been a joke," and I just walked into it. Great,
exactly.
Like, that was the moment for him where he was like,
the joke. Yeah, and that's something sometimes even even today, like when I'm in the moment and I don't realize that someone is, playing me, it takes a certain amount of absurdity to make me understand, okay, this is clearly a joke. It's clearly meant to be funny. And a lot of people fail at that. And that just ruins the whole art.
They're like,
but
what? It's
I'm
obviously I'm joking. It's not obvious. It's not obvious to anyone.
No. You have to have that punchline of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get 4K homies of my Insta followers to just troll you, motherfucker, or something like that. It's like, what? That might confuse somebody who takes it literally, but like, you keep going with it, and eventually the normal person will get it. So I don't know. We've gone too far off the rails. But anyways, back to Epic Space Battle.
Epic Space Battle.
Yeah, bring it back.
Infantry includes grass plumes, large birds covered in grass with lettuce wings, vulture dragoons, and archers
wings.
riding atop elephant-sized fleet.
They have lettuce wings.
Lettuce wings? That's a bird a vegetarian can eat.
Indeed.
Vegan birds.
Endymion commissions island-sized spiders to weave a massive web in space to form a makeshift battlefield. One of them is named Owlet, son of Fairweather. I know this name has got to be some kind of like secret Easter egg or something. Why does he tell us that spider's name? Maybe it was a character from another popular story at the time from like an author he hated. Who knows? Anyway, Phaeton's sun army consists of dragoons riding atop 200 feet long ants, massive mosquitoes,
That's not a bad assumption,
men
actually.
who fling poison radishes,
really isn't.
men wielding asparagus spears, and mushroom
asparagus spears.
shields, and puppycorns, representatives of the dog star, who fight on the back of winged acorns. And I love this.
Winged acorns? Winged acorns? Come on,
Wait, what were they?
Kai, how
Puppy
is
what?
that not
Puppy
funny?
soldiers? Rewind it a little bit. Puppy what?
Yeah.
Winged acorns was funny.
And
But the
mushroom
image of the
shields
puppy
and
riding it like a surfboard
puppycorns,
was awesome.
representatives of the dog star, who fight on the back of winged acorns. And I love.
Did you get that?
Look at him. He's just like riding the acorn.
Puppy dogs.
Dude, I want to turn this into a video game. I want to turn this into a platformer. I want to turn this fucking story into a platformer, dude. It'd be amazing.
I agree.
Of this, Lucian goes into detail about how the Sun Army had like poor management. There were slingers Phaeton summoned from the Milky Way who didn't show up, and cloud centaurs who arrived just after the battle was over. Phaeton is so angry at their tardiness that he sends a firestorm upon the slingers' homeworld. It's such a weird thing to throw in. Pretty sure he's just like satirizing how certain travelogues would put in these random little details to make their stories seem more legitimate. Lucian recounts that for the Moon Kingdom, it was a glorious victory in which many were taken alive and many were slain, and that so much blood flowed on the clouds that they were dyed red, as they do when the sun is setting.
Way to go, Moon Kingdom. Yeah. Moon Kingdom dyed red. What, did I glitch or something?
After the battle, Lucian and
Yeah, you did for a second, so let's keep going.
two of his companions are mopping up when the enemy cloud centaurs finally arrive and take them prisoner. They're transported to the sun, and they meet Phaeton face to face. Phaeton decides to build a wall out of clouds to separate the sun from the moon. But Endymion has pity on their kingdom, not wanting them to live their lives in darkness. He sends a peace offering, and after 2 days of intense deliberation, Phaeton agrees and a treaty is made between the sun and the moon. The Sunites agree to tear down the dividing wall and release their prisoners of war.
If phaeton, or if the word photon, owes itself to phaeton, or if that was already a derivative of photon, or whatever the word for photon was for light, or stuff like that back then. You know what I mean?
Well, it probably was.
I just hit play.
I mean, what do I have to say to that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm speculating. You can speculate.
I also love how they fight over Venus, which is the hottest planet.
All right, go ahead and hit play.
Ironically. So
they thought all the planets were populated and or gods.
Yeah, I guess so. But Venus is, for some reason, whatever.
Phaeton agrees, and a treaty is made between the sun and the moon. The Sunites agree to tear down the dividing wall and release their prisoners of war. In exchange, the Moonites agree to leave the stars unconquered. Both kingdoms agree to aid one another if ever attacked, and that each year Endymion pays Phaeton a tribute of 10,000 gallons of dew. Both kingdoms agree to
10,000 gallons of dew.
Of dew.
Of dew.
Okay. Dew. Yeah, like dew on the... I know what you're talking about. Excuse me, go ahead.
That's weird.
Wait.
Share a joint colony on
dew,
Venus.
You know about dew, right? You know what he's talking about, right?
Scooby, but...
No, but I mean, you know what he's talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
Do?
I do.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead then. Do the dude.
After being set free, Lucian and his friends are brought back to the moon, where they receive a hero's welcome. Endymion wants them to stay and join the colony, even offering his own son's hand in marriage. As Lucian states emphatically, there are no women on the moon.
Wait, hold on.
In marriage, as Lucian states emphatically, there are no women on the moon.
Well, why would you? They're on Venus, obviously. Duh.
Yes, men are from Mars.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, men are from Mars. Women are from Venus, and there are no women on the moon. Dude, you took
It's been fun, Man Ray. I hope it's out 5 o'clock. I'm going to bed. Good night, Man Ray. Take care of yourself. Sorry, go on.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I said sorry. Go on. I was reading Man Ray saying good night. Good night, Man Ray. But go ahead and hit play.
All right.
Lucian declines the offer and asks that his ship and crew be brought back to Earth. For the next week, while preparations are being made, Endymion entertains them, hoping they'll reconsider. Here, Lucian describes his week-long stay. There are no women. The men are wives for the first 25 years of life, and then become husbands. They can get pregnant and carry children in the calf of the leg instead of the belly. He goes into great detail about the Moonites' reproductive process, but I don't want to get into it.
I told you I wasn't lying about this.
They just kind of shake the baby out of their leg like it's a turd in their pants. They're just kind of like,
yeah.
The moon is full of flying frogs, which are plucked from the air and eaten fried. All the moon men are born with one toe on each foot. They have honey instead of snot. They sweat milk instead of sweat. They use their bellies for pockets, and their clothes are made of glass. Their eyes are removable. Their ears are made of leaves. Don't you want to live there? Forever. Also on the moon is an interesting...
Damn.
Isn't this so creative and like just so
That's
off the
nuts.
walls?
Interesting
All right.
piece of technology, a huge plane of glass hanging over a shallow well that, when entered, can telegraph anything happening on the Earth. Lucian spies on his family back home through the glass and writes bluntly, "If you think I'm lying about any of this, go to the moon yourself, and you'll see that I'm telling the truth." This has got to be a line from one of his contemporaries that he's mocking. It has to be. After 7 days of lunar exploration, Lucian and his men load up on the ship. Endymion gives them armor for protection and then orders his royal guard to guide them back to Earth. The ship then sails to Lamp Town.
Wait, I love how in that last animation there was a like this ship that's supposed to be on sea. I don't know.
A city so called because it is literally inhabited
flying
by
through the
floating
Oh wait, I need to backtrack it. But yeah, this is how space works, people.
royal guard to guide them back to Earth. The ship then sails to Lamp Town, a city so called because it is literally inhabited by floating sentient lamps. Each lamp has the name of a person on Earth, and they deliver reports of their assigned humans to a magistrate each evening. If a lamp is ever late for roll call or forsakes its duty, its flame is snuffed out forever. Lucian finds his lamp and asks it how his family is doing back home. The whole town weirds the men out, and they refuse an offer from the lamp to stay and eat. They quickly board the ship again and leave. They pass by the city of Cloud Cuckoo Town. The wind is too strong for them to make a stop. 4 days
Lamp
later,
Town.
they reach a drop-off point,
Too creepy
and the
for
ship
them.
is finally lowered to Earth.
What was that?
Lamptown was too creepy for them.
Apparently.
Back on their home planet, the ocean is pleasant, and they
Wow.
sail at ease for
Enjoy.
2 days. But on day 3, they're attacked by giant sea monsters, and a whale 187.5 miles long swallows the ship whole. The men say their goodbyes, believing this to be the end, but soon find themselves
You know what?
alive in the belly of the whale.
So this is
Yeah.
the first whale ate my boat story that sounds plausible. Like it's like 180 miles long. Okay. I could see it eating your boat and you just being like, well, I guess we're in a big dark ocean now. You know?
Yeah. Even
But-
Pinocchio makes more sense now, or less
Yeah,
sense.
if it's that big.
And you can forget about the guy Jonah getting swallowed by a whale. Yeah, fuck that.
Or giant
No.
fish.
Yeah, giant fish.
It was a
Um,
giant fish.
I actually talked to Odin about that. Odin's movie blog.
Oh, really?
And I really did. He's like, well, technically it wasn't a whale. It was a giant fish. I said like, hey, if a whale swallowed you whole, would you be able to survive for 3 days? He's like, well, technically it wasn't a whale. It was a giant fish. And I said, okay, if you were swallowed by a giant fish for 3 days, would you survive? And he's like, yeah, probably not. It's one of the most ridiculous stories that I've ever heard. And it's one of those things where I'm like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, my Catholic upbringing was embellished. I don't know. It's carry on, I guess.
Inside is an entire world, forests, animals, even civilizations. They meet other seamen who were swallowed too, and after visiting with them, Lucian recounts the histories of 6 different kingdoms of fish people who live in the whale's belly. Just like in space, these kingdoms are at war, and Lucian and his crew are unwittingly thrust right into the middle of it. They survive there for almost 2 years, until one day the whale opens his mouth and they catch sight of a mountain range outside. Tired of the never-ending belly wars, Lucian and his men concoct an escape plan. They set the forests on fire and wait for 13 days as the whale slowly dies from the inside. Dead at last, the men use beams and open a small crack in the whale's mouth, which they sail out of. But my friends, this story doesn't even end there. Time would fail me to mention their 30-day adventure on the frozen ice, their hunting expedition on a desert island, their voyage through the Sea of Milk, or the island made of cheese, their run-in with the cork feet who can walk on water, or the island of the Blessed, where the central city is a sort of afterlife kingdom made of gold and the wall around it emerald. There, Lucian visits the veterans of the Trojan War and witnesses several important celestial court cases. He visits with Pythagoras and Homer, along with other important philosophical and political figures from the past. They gossip about men like Socrates and Diogenes, and probably my favorite line, Plato was not there. It was said that he was living in an imaginary city under the constitution and laws that he himself wrote. So spicy. They watch the sons of Greek gods participate in wrestling matches.
Hold on.
That's funny, dude.
City under the constitution and laws that he himself wrote.
But come on.
That's fucking good.
What do you think of this story so far?
I think it's a great like premise for a video game. Honestly, like you don't need to come up with a story or make any shit. You just do his story, make it a 2D platformer, 2D side-scrolling platformer, and you're good. Like you're golden. You can even have like vehicles that he can ride, like those hawks on the moon. Enemies, very creative enemies, like all just ready for the picking. It's fucking great, man. But yeah, like you said, very imaginative and a lot of really diverse environments too. Another reason that it's great for different levels.
Like a sea of milk and an island made of cheese and demons walking on corkscrews charging at you. That's insane. I mean,
dude, yeah, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, and imagine that this was 2,000 years ago and someone just made this up. Isn't that cool? Doesn't that speak to the creativity that some people had? And unfortunately, a lot of people did think about these things, and
I think people really downplay ancient humans and how smart and creative we were back then compared to now. I think people like to think that now we're just like on some level that ain't no one ever been on before, but we're really not all that far from ourselves even 100 or 200 years ago.
Well, also it took extraordinary extraordinarily different sort of opinions that were published and were able to be. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like
it's not like there were publishing houses. There were some
it's just like published works that were able to be time capsuled, and they happen to be very creative, but it couldn't have been just that one person.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is it wasn't like publishing is now. Now publishing is a thing. Back then, you told your story, you wrote your story down. If you put it out there, like people would make copies of your scrolls. If they liked your scroll, like, hey, can I like copy that? Or like that's how people would make copies of things. It's not, there were no publishers. It was like you made a thing. It was the same with maps. If you have, you make a map and then someone's like, I mean, you'd probably charge for people to copy your information. If you have valuable information like a map, I'd be making maps and selling those maps. Or if you have, I mean, I don't know if people sold their own stories back then on scrolls, scrolls, 2 pence, whatever, or if people would just share stories and that they liked, said, oh, I have this story from wherever the fuck, and then I don't know, man. That's a good question. I'm curious about that now. Sorry, go ahead and hit play. I'm looking here.
Life is about inciting questions. And what would a life be without them? Anyways.
So spicy. They watch the sons of Greek gods participate in wrestling matches, foot races, and even war. 6 months on the island, and a rebellion breaks out over an extramarital affair involving several key figures in the kingdom, and after the sedition is stopped, officials determine that Lucian and his party must leave the island before the rebels are sentenced for their crimes. Lucian weeps, not wanting to leave the great island, but the demigod Radamanthus assures him that one day he will be able to return, even showing him a chair that the gods have reserved for him. Radamanthus then sees Lucian off at the harbor, pointing out 6 great islands in the distance, saying, when you have sailed by these, you will finally come to the great continent opposite the one which your people inhabit. Then, at last, after you have had many adventures and have traveled through all sorts of countries and lived among unfriendly men, in course of time, you will reach your homeland. He then plucks a marshmallow plant from the ground and hands it to Lucian, instructing him to pray to it if ever in trouble. The rest of the book recounts parts of the journey through the 6 great islands, where the men face all kinds of horrors and many die. Right in the middle of sailing between the land masses, a violent storm breaks out. The ship is wrecked into one of the islands, and the men spill out to explore the...
What?
It sounds like such a long story. Like, what was this written on? Like, was it a book? Like, was it multiple pages bound together?
Yeah, it was, one.
Scrolls?
It was one book.
What the fuck? Okay. All right, go on.
Terrors that await them. Lucian then closes a true story by saying, what happened on that island, I shall tell you in the next book. And in one surviving copy, a disgruntled Greek scholar would write in the margins, this is Lucian's greatest lie of all.
So, TLDR.
I love it.
The guy never wrote.
I love it.
A second book.
Yeah.
And I think that is the perfect time to conclude that.
This is his greatest lie of all.
Is that
that's someone who really liked what he was reading.
Book. Are you actually curious? Like, do you want to get a copy?
Is it
to see like all the gory details?
That'd be cool. I think that'd be a fun project. I mean, it's not something I can do now or in the near future, but
yeah,
if I can work with a small team, I can get that done. That'd be awesome. I need to build my my other game first.
Yeah, I'm getting tired too. You know, it's like 5 in the morning here, but I figured
okay, hold
that
on. Check.
Yes.
You figured what?
Well, I figured that you know, I would show you that whole video, and you know, I thought that at least the premise would intrigue you in some ways.
It did. It was interesting. It was
Well, what did you actually think about this? I
Inspiring
mean,
even.
are there some stories that
Full of good
made
ideas.
you think about like the influence of science fiction, or maybe just storytelling in general? In fact, the fact that a lot of people back then would just try to say like, oh, this really did happen to me, Gilderoy Lockhart, for example, just being like, oh, what was it, Miracle Me or something? I don't know. It's like, it's all about me, and this guy was like, yeah, it's not all about you. You just made the shit up. It's fiction. And this guy just trolled them, made fun of them. I don't know. I think that's a certain level of genius that it would take somebody with I mean, to even
I think it's one of
find a
those things.
surviving copy of that original text is so miraculous.
I think it's one of those things that we see more of that kind of thing in the modern day because people, troll and people make fun of stuff and people, we have comedians and kind of the way society, everything's built up right now. But back in the day, it would have been like you're at a pub drinking at night, talking about shit. And someone brings up one of these guys peddling his story and you guys are like, oh, okay, yeah. And this morning while I was tilling my field, a dragon came up out of the ground and I rode it into the ocean and then I had sex with a mermaid. And it would just be you and
And
some
now
guys
I'm here drinking at a
keep making
saloon.
fun.
Like,
And then
it's one of those dumb things that it's like we've evolved, but we also haven't, in a way. Like we still
like how alike we
embellish
are to back
stories
then.
that we claim to be true, but really aren't as humans. It's so much has changed technologically, but you can't just get away with like telling some drunken story at a bar anymore. You really can't.
Well, even back then, people didn't believe, because then they'd be like, "Hey, I know a guy that was on his ship." None of that happened, you know. Like I'm
No way
saying,
in hell.
what I'm saying is that Lucian. I was saying that earlier that how like we are to how we were back then. We like to think we're so different, but really we're not even that different from a couple hundred years ago or a few thousand years ago. But I'm saying that Lucian's story, what he's doing is something that is more commonplace or more visible maybe in the modern day, but he actually went through the length of writing this long fucking story and putting it out there for people, for not just to laugh at with his friend, like to hang out with. He put one out there himself as a troll job, and that's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort.
Mad respect, I guess.
Hell yeah. To Lucian, ultimate troll. Do I have something I can play for Lucian?
And with that being said, I gotta get going. Kai, thank you for allowing me to share that video, and I really do appreciate it's so funny that when you said earlier that you literally just reached out to me out of the blue, out of nowhere, and you're like, "Hey, can I be on your show?" And for some reason, I'm like, "Yes, yeah, sure." And I just was like, I was totally cool with it. It was one of those rare moments where I was like, you know what? Yes. And there was something about what you said, something about your energy that just I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but I was like, hey, let's give this guy a chance. And I have not regretted it. It was I can't describe it. It was amazing. But take care and be well.
It was really nice, man. And I love that even though you gave me a shot. Oh, I'm sorry, you glitched out. I didn't realize you were still going.
Nope. Go ahead.
Even like you gave me a shot and everything, and then when I showed up, we were chatting and getting to know each other a little bit. And then Culture and Lorena and I don't remember who else showed up, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" You're like, "Wait, does everybody know you except me?" I was like, "Yeah."
That's believe you me, that's the story of my life. So on that note, take care and be well. And I hope peace and happiness finds you, like you are the human embodiment of a spirit guide. And that's all I have to say. Good night.
Thanks a lot, man. Good. Thanks for stopping by, Justin. And good morning, Potato Revan. Buenos dias, mi amigo. All right. Let's get a little palate cleanser before I move along. Go back to reading stuff. Let's go with. Oh wait. Make sure I'm not ready. I am not prepared. So that was interesting, though. That a Greek satire, that absurdist Greek satire. That's fun. I think it would make a great. Sorry, I think that'd make a great side-scrolling platformer, like Mario style. You'd be in Greece, like sailing and just kind of getting to. That'd be the tutorial level. Like the level 1 where you just kind of do all the basics and get to know. Okay, so this is how this game plays. Da 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 da. And then you sail into a tornado or into a hurricane, and you get thrown up into the moon. And then that's when the game starts, like level 2 drops. And then you meet there's the hawk people, and then you can jump on their heads, and then their hawks they both fall to the ground, and you can jump on the dude's head and he disappears. Then you can get on the hawk and fly the hawk around, and you can do little dives. Yeah, that'd be dope. Too much work. Don't think about it, Kai. I'm not blushing. The color's off on the camera. But all right, I am ready to rock and roll, though. So let's. Oh, you know what? I was gonna play one of the new ones, but instead I'm gonna play a classic.
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
You know who disappeared from the chat? One man show. One man show's usually mouthing off. It's a miracle. That was the last one. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I guess one-man shows lurking. Is it a magnifying glass? Nice. I wonder if that story was somehow a party game where people kept adding to the story through the circle as everyone was partying. That's not a bad idea. That's a fun party game, actually. So I said, where did everyone go? Nothing to say, that's all. Cool. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I've noticed that there's fluctuations. Sometimes, people are doing their own thing while they're watching. So I don't really expect anything in particular from anyone. I generally just assume anyone that I've talked to is still watching. And maybe some people that I don't know are watching. Sometimes people I'll see in the chat someone goes, "Hey, I'm back. I didn't know they left." Fucking clueless. Maybe the number went down and back up. I don't know. But yeah, because that happens too. You can't count on the number. Right here, there's a number that tells me how many people are watching. But that number has said 0 before. And I look over here to the chat and there's people talking. Clearly, I can't rely on that number to tell me how many people are watching. So I'm eating still here. What's up, Dwayne? Good to see you. But yeah, so I don't really put that much in. Anyway, so what we were talking about with Justin publishing and stories and stuff in the ancient world. Well, I went looking, and publishing in the ancient world, posted 2016. A correspondent has written to me asking an interesting question. Let's suppose I'm living down the street from Filio in Alexandria, and I've just written a book. How do I get published? I.e., I've written for other people to read, so I want to book having a scribe copy it or whatever. Do I go to get a hold of my book by having a scribe? Do I go to the Library of Alexandria to give them a copy and then tell my friends about it? Does the library keep a catalog of some kind? Do I give a copy to a bookseller in Alexandria? Are there booksellers at this time? The question, of course, has to do with this. We know that Alexandria Christians were the ones. Anyway, we have quite a bit of information about the Roman book trade in this period, thanks to statements in Cicero in the 1st century BC in his letters, and also to Martial in his epigrams. But first, a few ways in which books differed from today. The first point to make is that the author did not make money from copies of his works. There was no copyright. An author made money by becoming famous and attracting a patron who would give him money. Consequently, authors gave public readings of their works with this in mind. The readings could sometimes be grim affairs. If the accounts in the letters of Pliny the Younger are to be believed, one bore, droning away, "You bid me," Priscus had the misfortune to have a man named Priscus in the audience, who, bored, promptly remarked, "Indeed, I don't." But if you had a patron, he might hire men to come along, and the number of people at your reading and their status tended to boost your reputation. A poet with a high reputation could expect gifts. The poet Martial flatters the emperor Domitian to an incredible extent, but how else could he live? Martial, accosted by a stranger in the forum, and asked, "Why do you have a bad cloak?" replied, "Because I'm a bad poet." He meant, of course, that he wasn't a good enough poet to have the money to buy a better one. Once you had a reputation, people might want your works. They might want to read them, or rather, I'm going to make the text bigger. I just realized that this is hard for you guys to read, and I'm sorry about that. So yeah. Let me see. Careful to direct his readers. So once he had a reputation, Okay. Once you had a reputation, people might want your works. They might want to read them, or rather, have them read during dinner parties. Marshall is careful to direct his readers to the location of the shop in Rome where his books may be purchased, for then the bookseller might tell other customers about Marshall, thereby increasing his value. Customers who might be men of influence. Galen tells us of scholarly customers sitting in the bookshop examining books, a copy of Virgil from the poet's own family, a copy of Fabius Pictor, which was brown with age. No doubt refreshments were served to the literary gentleman after novelists or rarities. In this period, a book was a scroll of papyrus, or indeed it might be more than one, so they were scrolls. So they were scrolls. I was right about scrolls or multiple scrolls. Um, if it was a long work. The modern book form, or codex, does not take off until the 4th century AD, but notebooks in codex form, which consisted of a few sheets of papyrus or parchment folded over, start to appear in the 1st century AD, replacing wax tablets. These are the ancestors of the modern book format. Books were not read silently. Augustine records his astonishment at seeing Ambrose of Milan reading silently, but were read aloud, often by a trained slave. Pliny the Younger, in his account in his letters of his learned uncle, Pliny the Elder recounts how the latter had a slave reading to him constantly and made notes of what he heard. Oh, so he just had a slave reading to him all day long. Like, that must have been a very educated slave. Imagine after a few years of just reading all this shit, you're like, damn, bro, the world is not what I thought it was. When I free, because back then, another thing to take note of, slaves from this era could free themselves. They could buy, especially, and Rome particularly was known for this, you could buy your way out of slavery. You got paid, like, you weren't, it, people think that slavery exists in exactly the same way across all history. Not the case. These people could save up money and pay the person that owns them for their freedom, and then they're like, "All right, well, you're free," and they sign the papers. Now this is a free Roman citizen, or a free denizen. I don't know if they're citizens. I don't know how the citizenship work. I think they need to own land, which makes sense. But yeah, that's interesting. So Cicero's works were published by his friend. Let me actually check up here with you guys real quick. Just not much to react to. I got you. Huh. I know that doesn't make money writing story very well. I know, right? It's a sad thing to find your groove, have it turn out to be a meager way to make a living. Yeah, no, I hear you, but at the same time, like, you know what's funny about that? That's one of those things that I find now that writing is what I'm gonna do with my life, but all these years of art are what's given me a foundation that allow me to actually sustain myself financially so that I can write full time. So right now I'm working on building up financial independence completely on art so that I don't have to do shit. Like, if I can just sit I've got irons in the fire that I'm working on. I'm trying to build a team around that and get that going. Um but yeah, you definitely need a way to get by and then the thing you're meant to do. So Cicero's works were published by his friend Atticus, who had teams of slaves who would make copies. But Cicero was a public man. He published by allowing copies to be made. But he complains about the poor quality of the text in many copies offered for sale in his time. This seems to have improved into the 1st century AD. No doubt the booksellers were sensitive to customer complaints. In principle, any literate man, and many slaves were literate, could produce a copy. But the professional scriptorium, staffed again by slaves or by monks in later periods, differed in that there was scope for correction and review. At this place, the papyri in the waste dump show that the copies were mostly amateur and the text quality is low, but the ancestors of our modern copies belong to that book trade and feature corrections and commentary sometimes. Libraries and museums no doubt featured in this process of correction. We have spoken so far mainly about the literary works. So, for publication of these, the steps are as follows: acquire reputation such that people wish to hear what you have said. Conduct reputation first. You got to have a rep, so that people give a shit. Next, conduct public readings. So then you start reading publicly for people, increasing your rep. Get copies made by someone, such as a book dealer. Get a patron, and so get a farm, as Marshall did in the end. Repeat as necessary, and so get a farm. Okay. If you belong to literary circles, you could tell your aristocratic friends that you were going to write a history of the last war or Sulla or whatever, always avoiding contemporary events where payback might be rather vicious, and then conduct readings depending on your friends and so on. Poor man probably had limited hope of getting onto the escalator for literary fame. Many obscure poets and authors were starving. Yeah, sounds right. Marshall mentions many friends who advised him not to bother with poetry, however good he might be, and instead to practice in the law courts as a way to earn a living and gain reputation. Patronage was all. The obvious exception to this was technical works, books of medicine, surveying, farm management, and so forth. Instructional books. So instructional books were not really all that dependent on, those were evergreen properties. Even here, the aristocrat had the advantage. The physician Galen was concerned with the circulation of his works, and which were authentic, precisely because his income depended on his reputation, and fake works or bad copies might damage this. He therefore gives a list on my own works. But such works had practical use, and also were often rather lower status than the high literary oration or history. The transmission of these texts reflected both of these points. The text is frequently amended in transmission to add extra detail or omit misleading or outdated information. Okay. Astrological texts undergo enormous modification. Some works were important in a community. The Christians formed their own society, and works that were of interest to them naturally circulated among them. Whether a work could be read in church was therefore important. We read in Eusebius about, that makes sense because that's where Christians would congregate, was at church. So Eusebius, did I read that right? Eusebius? About a 2nd century bishop, Serapion, who was asked to intervene in the congregation at Rosas, where some wanted to read a forged Gospel of Peter. His first reaction was to allow it to be read, but on further investigation, he found that it was, in fact, heretical. The author of this case sought to promote his views to Christians rather than make money. Similarly, Gnostic and Manichaean groups had their own books. No doubt these were recommended by the clergy. Obscure men might again gain reputation via the congregation. So that was just another way for some people to make money. So once you had a reputation, there's a market for your works. Forgeries and fakes might be composed and sold by booksellers, and this is still true today. Okay, so that's pretty much how it works. I'm going to link this, in the description after, so I don't need to read the whole thing. If you guys are interested and you want to know more, you can go ahead. Stalls selling books in the market in Athens are recorded in the 5th century BC. I've already mentioned the Roman booksellers. Augustine tells book stalls in the docks in Hippo. In his own times, where sometimes apocryphal gospels might be found offered for sale. In the 5th century AD, the Apollinarists found that they could circulate their own banned works under the name of Cyprian and other approved authors. Oh, so they would banned books were under fake author names, so that to get under the nose of the censors, of government censors. That's so funny how similar, how things, some things never change. It paid better. The town I was in, rural Colorado, Walmart employees started at the time wage more than teachers, and gone up past few years. But I am to blame for a fair chunk of the woes. I've written a lot, but I'm still on publishing. I have not written very much. Me personally, one man show. Property taxes are high to cover the schools. The thing is, if you're like you got to do your own marketing, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, that is interesting about physicians versus the other reputation versus endorsements. Then it always starts with reputation. I don't know whether we have literary testimony about the book trade in Alexandria, but surely the seat of the famed museum must have had sellers' scrolls. Of course, any author who had been rejected by a modern publisher will be familiar with the idea that the obscure man has limited chances of publication. So, in some ways, publication kind of it's worked similarly, but it didn't work the same. That's nuts. Walmart pays better than, or paid the same as teachers. That's sad. But yeah, so now we know how ancient publishing and book selling worked. Why am I kind of red? It's weird. Yeah, man. That's pretty awesome. Makes a lot of sense too, because back then people were always looking for patrons. And like, even the whole, dude, go into law, man. It's stable. You'll make money. Go into law. Don't go into poetry. Go into law. I don't care how good you are. No one gives a shit. That's the same as it is today, dude. Ridiculous. Playing for a fair chunk of let me see. Taxes are high to cover the schools. Are too high. Yeah. That is interesting. Let me see. Oh wait, no, there's nothing. My bad. Oh yeah. That's so nuts. Publishing in the ancient world. What else we got? What else might be fun to read about? We're 3.5 hours in. It's 2:45. I think I should wrap up actually. I think I'll probably wrap up right now. But yeah. That was cool having Poe on tonight. Justin. Here's what did I read so far? Ancient Publishing, Gamer Builds PC Inside Minecraft, and should I do this one? Boss says you idle in chat. Yeah, well, I guess why not? Let's do this real quick before I go. Whoops. Okay, so I'm just going to read this guy's message, not the whole article. So this guy says, you can't continue working from home because you go idle in chat too often. He's told by his boss. As part of the plan to return to the office post the thing, my company has done a lot of redesignating of who can permanently work from home, who can hybrid, etc. I really wanted to work from home full time. I hate the office with a burning passion. It's distracting. It's a long commute. There's no benefit to being there. I'd rather just yada, yada, yada. Got designated as in office full time. It made no sense. I work on a team of 8 people, and each of us is in a different office somewhere in the country. I've literally never been to an in-person meeting or needed to do in-person work for 3 years at this company. Every single other person on my team got designated to work from home, so I brought it up with my boss and asked to work from home. When I started at this company and lived elsewhere, I got work from home for 4 months before I moved there. Past 14 months, etc. Basically, so here's what happened to this guy. Basically, we have an company-wide IM system that shows you as available, idle, or in a meeting. If you don't touch your keyboard for 5 minutes, you show as idle. So they've decided to use this as a measure of who is working and who isn't. The thing is, like many people in many types of jobs, I don't have shit to do for a full 8 hours every single day. The amount of work I have to do on a typical day takes 3 to 5 hours of actual attention. There simply isn't something to do all the time. My performance numbers actually went up working from home. By all objective KPI numbers, I'm a better worker at home. In fact, in the KPIs that I don't flat out lead the team in, I come in second. There isn't work to do that I'm neglecting or procrastinating when someone comes up. I simply do it until it's done, etc. Done my method. So I was told if it weren't for that, they would let me work from home. So I wrote a 6-line PowerShell script that virtually inputs the period key every 4 minutes that starts running every day at 8 a.m. and stops at 5 p.m. So now I literally never go idle. I do the same amount of work and still read books, watch TV, and play video games on the side. But I have a shiny green check next to my name all day. Because of the complications, they eventually said no going back until after Labor Day. I just had a meeting with my boss, and he said over this time they've noticed I go idle a lot less than I used to, so they're changing my designation to work from home, all because of a little icon and some software. This concludes my TED Talk on why low to mid-level managers are the dumbest, most useless, do-nothing positions of all corporate America. But yeah, I do not need to be told to buy a mouse jiggler for the 30th time. I'm aware of what they are. This costs me no money and achieves the same thing. Why would I pay to achieve an effect I've already achieved for free? A lot of people are understandably asking for the script. So there you go. There's the script. That's the backbone of the whole thing. There's different ways to implement it with for loops or scheduled tasks or whatever. That part's up to you, but that's all the PowerShell needs at its core to accomplish this. A lot of people have pointed out that sending insert or F13 instead of period would be better, so change that up if you want. Cool. To all the people, that makes sense, because then you're like typing insert, like you just need to touch your keyboard. So always trying to insult me. I wish I could make you feel how little I care. He's like, fuck you. Enjoy the taste of leather, bootlickers. Oh, I love it. It pisses fuck if I explain the concept of firefighters to you. Some of y'all would be pissed as fuck if I explained the concept of firefighters to you. Yeah, they literally sit around all day waiting for a fire. Like that's their job. They're on call and they don't enjoy it either. It sucks. It sucks for them. They don't like it. Like they don't like sitting around for all day. They're like, I'm on call for the next 12 or 24 hours or whatever. However long period their thing is. Like, yeah, reputation endorsed, and they're pretty much at the firehouse. Reputation, my tummy's full and my brain hurts with all the new knowledge. Much better than being hungry and ignorant. Yep. All right, y'all. That's it. That's it for tonight. I just wanted to share that little bit with you guys because, yeah, if that's your metric for determining how productive someone is, you're a dumbass. And yeah, you're middle management material. But anyway, it's been fun. I'm sorry I'm kind of red. The colors are off or something. If that's true, accurate, I don't know. But yeah, it's been fun, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm glad that we learned, we had some laughs. I hope everyone has a great night. Tina, mwah. Buenas noches. Thanks for all the love. Later on, Dwayne, take care. Say goodnight to Rita for me. One Man Show, Courtney, Cookies, Mana Ray's already gone. Everybody, take care of yourselves. Thanks so much, Rita. crypto.
How do I reach these kids?
I'll talk about. I'm actually gonna do. What I'm gonna start doing is once I have my internet working optimally, what I'm gonna try to do is do like kind of particular subjects. So like tonight is sci-fi night. Tonight's crypto night. Tonight's movies night. Tonight's or entertainment night. Tonight's video games. And I'm gonna try to do like that, or maybe do that like on Fridays or something. I'm not sure, but that's something I'm playing with. So once I have that, then I'll be a little more organized about my articles and stuff. But generally, we just kind of have fun hanging out. So I've been kind of laying off of the articles and not feeling. I'm like, I don't want to feel like I need to read all these articles. So I'm just gonna hang out and see what happens. And so yeah. Have an awesome day or night. Yep. Check your mail when I get a chance. Will do, buddy. But that's it for now. And hasta luego. I will see you all tomorrow or tonight. Me with my weird time slot. I'll see you tonight at 11 p.m. Pacific for Wednesday's Late Night Delight. Have a great day. Hasta luego.
Second star to the right. And straight on till morning.
Set a course. For home.
I'm reading an ion storm on that trajectory, sir. Should I go around it?
We can't be afraid of the wind, Ensign. Take us to Warp 4.
It is the unknown that defines our existence. We are constantly searching, not just for answers to our questions, but for new questions. We are explorers. We explore our lives, day by day. And we explore the galaxy, trying to expand the boundaries of our knowledge. And that is why I am here. Not to conquer you with weapons or with ideas, but to coexist and learn.
Let's see what's out there.